Do a quick mic check real quick. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, check, check. Check, Vanacek. Mike Vanacek. Hold on. Check. Do a quick mic check real quick. Check that real quick. I don't hear yours. Eddie Olczyk. Oh, dude, we didn't join. You check your email. All right, folks, just bear with us just a second here. We're gonna get to Wednesday night hockey. We're fucking idiots. We got everything right except for that. Fuck.
Check. Try
it now.
Check.
We're good, baby.
Oh my God. Here we go. Wednesday night hockey, the night you love to hate to drink. When we ready, got a goal. Live from Scottsdale. Hockey night in Scottsdale, folks. Heat Daddy, look at this. Right in our jaw. Gino Malkin, like a fine wine.
Yeah, it's good to be back in Scottsdale narrating some Wednesday night hockey. And we have Malkin on the back door already for a 1-0 start. Thanks to everyone that's joining us on Twitter, on Twitch. If our mics are fucked up, just tell us. But I think we got it now. Switch, it's good to be back in the booth. And we have a marquee matchup on our hands, what I like to call the Marion Hossa Bowl.
It is.
He played for both teams for 50 times.
How funny was it when Hossa just picked wrong on both those years when they won it? In 2008, I believe it was the Red Wings, and then 2009, the Penguins win. He signs back on the wrong. He guesses wrong twice, but ultimately got his bread, got his tokens with the Hawks, winning 3 mugs there. How are you? But that had to sting his chin. So transferring over to, well, twice a week now. Heat Daddy, we're in mid-playoff form right now over here from Scottsdale. Good to be back.
Yeah, it's great to be back as Danny DeKaiser flipped the puck up. I don't even know if it's him.
Danny DeKaiser, he hasn't played in a couple of years. That's Oli Mata. This could be the Oli Mata Bowl too. When you tweeted that out today, I was trying to remember like guys that played for Pittsburgh and Detroit. And Mata kind of sweeps through the cracks there a little bit. I mean, he won 2 mugs in Pittsburgh. Like, he's a kind of a guy that's bounced around a little bit after that, but somehow has a home in Detroit now and making about 3 bananas a year. So thanks, Gary, for taking the escrow out of that. But yeah, that's a nice little sheet in Motor City. Yeah,
definitely. Someone said we're echoing a bit. It's fucked. Maybe if we sit further apart. We're trying a new method here, folks.
Folks, is that still a little bit of an echo?
Can we get a mic check from the chat, please? I think I might know the solution, actually, but I think we're good.
Let us know, folks.
That's why the chat's here.
18-12 to play in the first period. That's the first frame. Pittsburgh, man. These guys are coming out steaming this year. They're trying to prove that, their age is, they're playing on father time. So we'll see how they do. Gino Malkin, 42 points. Not bad against Red Wings.
Yeah, not bad at all.
28 matches.
I think him and Sid with them, they're always going to be good. It's just a matter of them slowing down just a little bit, just on age. But as far as gameplay, I think they're always going to be point per game players as long as they're healthy. Doesn't matter how old they are.
I agree with you. And I just think that the way they think the game, like even if their boots slow down a little bit, they're still just such premier players because the way they think. They're always 1, 2, 3 steps ahead of the other team. And I just think that, as you know, Heat Daddy, the puck moves faster than the legs. So if they can keep that play how they do, they could play for a while here, especially Sid, man. That guy, like, I know we've been sucking him off lately, but he's unbelievable.
I mean, the guy, he's the best player to ever live, in my opinion. And a lot of people are going to say McDavid's better, but Sid had to battle through when hockey was clutching and grabbing, and there was guys out there with multiple felonies. And, nowadays you see a couple guys out there with felonies. And, but back in the day, I mean, half the league was criminals, and Sid played through that, and he was able to still be the player he is. So I think that needs a lot of recognition.
Yeah. Shout out 87. I mean, he missed almost a year of hockey and then has battled 4 or 5 concussions since then. I mean, even Trouba has touched his chin.
Oh, here,
Like,
yeah,
so,
absolutely.
anyways, back to the game here, folks. 1-0, 17:33 is our marker left in the first frame. Just getting going here. Wednesday night hockey, live from Scottsdale, Arizona. Again, that is Hockey Night in Scottsdale with Swish and Heat Daddy, folks.
Yep. If you want to watch the game with us and sync up your TV with us, we are at the 17, I think it was 03 mark, 17:33 mark. The puck is about to drop. We have, wow, Riley Smith playing with Malkin and Raquel, I believe.
Dick Raquel. Yep.
Okay.
And this is our second time watching Pittsburgh early in this year. And man, even against that game against Chicago, they were a little flat at times, but they'll challenge for the East. How do I get the chat set up on this one again so we can get both chats going?
Oh shit. You should pull up another tab and go to Twitch.
Prescott.
Yeah.
Twitch.
Donovan McTab. And here's the puck at a play for the 17th time this game. Switch, I really hope we don't get stuck with a boring game. I think our first game ever, we got stuck with a real boring one. We had a bit of a nail biter last game, and I'm glad there's a goal already 3 minutes in. But a lot of whistles to start. It's been a weird year so far with that. I feel like I don't know if guys waited till September 15th to skate, or October 15th rather, but
yeah, it takes time to get the body going. It's a long training camp. It's a long summer, especially for these two teams that missed the playoffs. Even the first game we watched with Pittsburgh and the Blackhawks, right? A young team, didn't make the playoffs last year, inserting a lot of new elements. I just think it takes a little bit longer to get going and get into that flow state. But as the weeks go on, especially when we make our way into November, I think we're going to see that crispy rice, take the tape passes. What you look for at Heat Daddy is that, entering through the middle of the ice, a D-man making a nice slip play, and then that, kind of allowing the forwards to create something on a rush.
Absolutely. All right, let's get back to the game here. We have a quick shot off the face-off.
I love the addition of DeBrincat in Detroit. Now, I don't think they're going to be a playoff team this year, but they are building towards something. And Stevie Bongwater, Stevie Yzerman, I think he really, he built up that team in Tampa Bay.
Stevie Bongwater.
I think he can do the same thing in Detroit. Like, the guy, he's a proven winner, and ultimately his pedigree as a GM speaks for itself, right? Like, he got that whole team going in terms of what he added and drafted in Tampa Bay. So I think that's more or less what he's doing in Detroit. It's just going to take a little bit longer. It's like Sid from Big Daddy, the old fucker. He's on the 5-year plan. Right? What is that? Don't die.
Yeah.
So
right, you are, Ken. I heard a rumor. Yeah, I mean, I trust the Yzer plan for sure. He has a proven track record, like you said. DeBrincat's gonna. I mean, the guy's a bona fide 40-goal scorer.
Yep.
I think he was just a little bit tired of the situation in Ottawa, where I believe he got bumped back for somebody. I don't remember who. I think it was an ice time situation.
Yeah, they just have a lot of young guys there, a lot of key parts too. So you're playing behind a lot of guys. So I think, an opportunity for him to go home, make some noise, play with a guy like Larkin. I mean, he's 40 goals, no problem. Oh my God,
yeah,
Sid, just always just stick on puck. He's the best grinder in the world.
That crazy deflection he does with the way he moves it, he just angles his stick perfectly.
He's like
every single time.
Isn't he like the perfect height too for a hockey player? Like, not too tall, not too short. Just his like low center of gravity is just amazing. As we're just sucking him off again. But how about a guy like Andrew Kopp that came over from Winnipeg? Like, is he a guy that? And JT Comper, some of these guys, are they guys that, you can really rely on? I think they're solid players, but I guess we'll see once they start playing more meaningful hockey.
An shot missed by Rust out in the middle of the slot.
Rusty just wants to put the gold bucket on like he's playing at Notre Dame again.
Oh. Yeah, he's a good player. I think as 96 gets it up and in.
Yep, Jake Wallman. Wally's World.
What was that, a hand pass?
Yeah, I think so. Stoppage of play.
Thank you for everyone who joined the chat. If you're watching on Twitter, you can't chat, but you can chat on YouTube and Twitch. And this is from CJ. If the game gets too boring, y'all can always check in on the WNBA Finals, which is apparently going on tonight. I did not know that. But anyway, Husso's been actually really impressive early on. I think that's one of those like Yzerman things where he just sees something in him, I guess. I wasn't too familiar with Husso's game.
Yeah.
He's looked really good so far this season.
Yeah, so he's a Finnish kid. Shout out Billy Bud Light Husso. Played with him in Chicago in the jungle, St. Louis, and then in the minors as well in San Antonio. So I know the kid pretty well. He was a guy that actually ended up, as Sprong goes darting down the wall. he was one of those guys that actually edged out Binnington early on in terms of the depth chart of goalies in the American Hockey League with St. Louis and their prospects. And both guys ended up, being NHL goalies. But
Yeah.
I saw it from a young age, Rob, that he was always a really good, solid
Ooh,
goalie.
okay.
Cerebral in the net, not afraid to go out at night. Just a pro's pro.
Absolutely. And keep in mind, folks, there's 43 NHL games combined sitting on this couch. So we know what the fuck we're talking about.
We know everything. How about a guy like Davey White Boots Perron? Like, he's still getting it done.
So sick, dude.
He is so sick.
Just a reliable player, just along the wall, can make plays.
Sick on the power play.
Throw him on the power play. Yeah, really. Don't be shy.
Benny Sherratt fella.
Ben Sherratt, known the shoulder separator, as I call him. Love separating guys' shoulders.
There looks like there's a little bit more pace out here tonight. I like where we're starting.
Quick wraparound by Christian Fisher there. Look at him in red.
Shout out Fish Daddy, the pride of Scottsdale, man. You miss him around here, especially, come on.
Hard worker, great guy.
Yeah, good chin, too, Steel chin. He should still be with the Desert Dogs as far as I'm concerned. But, hey, maybe it'll work out for the better. I know he was beloved by his teammates. Great locker room guy, good glue. Elmer's, Elmer's like. So
yeah, definitely gonna miss Fisher out here. That's one of the ones that you're just like, that's a big dent in the locker room.
Yeah, you need those guys, especially a long season. Rob, 82 matches, especially when you're losing a lot. Like the Coyotes were, he was a great guy for that. Yeah. Rusty brings the puck over the blue line, throws it, tries to hit King K on the far side.
Up by D-Boss.
Larkin to DeBrincat. Oh.
What the hell happened there?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting, Rob, to see where a guy like Patrick Kane signs. Does he give Detroit a sniff? Everyone's they've been stating the obvious, right? Going home to Buffalo. Maybe, a rekindle or, a relink with the Rangers. I would like to see him maybe even look at a team like Detroit. I don't know.
Really?
I just think like there's guys there that can get him the puck, and there's also guys he can get the puck there too, So I think Buffalo makes most sense. I just don't want him back with the Strangers. I really don't. Like, that makes no sense.
I didn't like that either. I did like it as a New Yorker. I was like, oh, this is cool to see him in a jersey. But as far as his career goes, I completely agree.
Like, what do they get done there? They have bread, right?
Yeah.
I think there's just too much soft skill there if you bring him back in there, right? Because you can only have Petty Kane, who was a guy won 3 mugs. I just think like there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen there if you bring him in, and then bread's got to go to the other half wall, or maybe doesn't feel as comfortable. I'm not sure that's the play, but we'll see. I hope he ends up ultimately I think in Buffalo.
I like him in Buffalo. Why not? Why the fuck not? It's every guy's dream to play for their hometown, unless you're just, I don't know, an idiot, I guess. It would be so cool to play for your hometown.
So do you think the incident that happened in Buffalo that one summer scares him away, though?
It could be, especially if that cab driver is still on the road. You don't want to have a couple too many sodas, and all of a sudden you get a cab, and it happens to be the guy that you beat the piss out of 20 years ago. And the next thing you know, he's got a unlicensed handgun pointed at your head.
Right, and all of a sudden,
remember me?
Right, license and registration. Hold on, let me grab my 9mm.
Yeah, shouldn't have came back to Buffalo, buddy.
Is it big? Is it a big enough market for him? What's the chat saying, by the way? Do we got any viewers out there today, folks? How we living out there? It's Wednesday night, hockey night, Scottsdale.
Folks, where are you guys? Is the chat working for you, by the way?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Oh, you can't see the YouTube ones on there too.
Just returned from my vacation in CA, and I may KMS returning to work, but hope you're well. Tally, fella 14, all good over here, brother. Live from the desert, hockey night. They just showed a replay of Christian Fisher going Buffalo chicken wrap, as I like to call it, wrapping one round, trying to go maybe beat the goalie through the wickets. As the play develops, 13:09. Wow, that was a good chance. But who was that? Was that a Chari?
I missed it. But here, you can read the YouTube ones come through on here. But
okay.
You know what I'm going to do next time? I'm going to have a game sheet with roster spots, because with numbers and guys' names, because even with these glasses on, sometimes it's hard to see. As a 2-on-1, potentially 2-on-2, but a good back check by Pettersson there, I believe that is.
Yeah, that Rasmussen's just like, he's just a
Rasmussen. Is that who that is?
Rasmussen, yeah. He's just like a big dummy out there a little bit. Like a decent player, but I feel like he could add so much more to his bag just given his size, because he's a fucking big dude out there.
Yeah, he is a big guy out there. And shout out to Andrew McVitie in the chat, who's checking in live from Mexico. That's
Wow.
extremely impressive. Shout out to 100 people on Twitter who are in here. I don't think we've ever been at the 100 mark this long. Usually people flood in, then they flood
That's
out.
awesome.
But that's why we're here, folks. We're all watching hockey, having a good time. This is what it's all about.
We are for the people over here at the live from Hockey Night in Scottsdale. Folks, look at this chance here for a little toe in by Rasmussen. Got good wood on it, but again, Rob, it's tough to beat a goalie with a quick chest.
Yeah, and Stevie Y, he loves those Musins and those Suns, those Swedish and Finnish. He loves that little mix.
Yeah, 100% he does.
I heard a rumor for all the people that are tuned in. This is why you're tuned in to the most informative hockey broadcast in the world. That he had an opportunity, and I might just be making this up, but I don't think I am, to get Elias Pettersson, and he didn't want him. He said he was too skinny.
Really? Is that confirmed?
That's confirmed. I'm not going to say per Darren, but there are rumors floating around that he wasn't the guy. He wants more of like a mule.
Okay.
Heavy, maybe a Kachuk type guy. But I gotta say, I respect Steve Yzerman, but I think that's a big mistake. I think, and as a line drive deep into left by Castellanos, and it gets chipped away by whoever that.
Imagine saying no to that guy, especially when they were offering up him a little bit last year, just kind of shopping him around, right? Like not like really like
I'm pretty sure that he said no.
Wow. Yeah. If that is true, wow. I mean, Jiminy. Yeah, we'll have to ask Chris Johnstone about that one. But yeah, that would I think that's a mistake. I don't know. Who are we to say though? We're sitting on the couch as Crosby brings it over the blue line. Little baby sauce. Oh, my hands there, King K fella. You gotta handle that rock.
Carlson walks the line, shoots
it.
Gets it through. Oh no, it didn't get through.
I love when a D-man just starts walking the line. They just literally fire it head high and just hopefully it goes bar Mexico. Shout out Mexico. If you're watching south of the border, that's respect.
Yeah, some guy is actually shout out to Andrew, who's from Scotland. He's on holiday, tapped in and sinking cocktails, enjoying some primetime hockey. That's unbelievable.
Find your beach, fella. Little Corona. How you doing? And I actually really like that Sprong pickup. I wonder why Seattle didn't re-sign him there. There's got to be something he does. Wasn't part of the culture because he had 20 goals last year on the fourth line, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, because I think he beat the shit out of a NASCAR driver, but that was during the summer, so that was after they let him go. So obviously there had to be a reason before. But yeah, I think he's a sneaky good player. I think you want that grit, and I've said it once and I've said it again. You want a couple criminals in your team. You want a couple guys that are down to break the rules. Maybe playing guilty. I know a lot of guys, not a lot of guys, but I know some guys that play better when they play guilty.
Better stung. Yeah, they always talk about that. Like your hung vision is always a little bit better, right? Because the game kind of slows down for better or worse, right? You just think you have that hung patience sometimes comes to play. But a guy like Sprong, back to him. I mean, you don't have to pay him. It's not breaking the bank. Maybe $2 million at most. I don't know what he signed for Detroit. I think it was right around that $2 million AAV. That would have got it done in Seattle. And that's a guy that can score 20 goals playing on your fourth line and second power play. So to me, that was a little bit weird to see. He must not be – there's a disconnect there. So
maybe he didn't like Seattle. I'm not sure. Yeah. I mean, it could be a lot of things. I mean, maybe he doesn't –
we're assuming over here, right?
Yeah. He didn't like the rain, maybe. Maybe it was him that initiated it.
100%. Oh, man, we're going to get to see this Penguins power play here. Cannot wait to see them snapping it around.
Is that Klim Kostin?
Yes.
Oh, dude, I love him. He was such a force
my God.
For Edmonton in the playoffs.
So you should have seen this kid. I played with him as an 18-year-old in San Antonio. He was a first-round pick by St. Louis, and he came in just chucking. It's like you never see a guy enter the jungle and just start throwing both ways and, like, fighting heavyweights. And the first time he did it, I forget who we were playing. I was like, everyone was like, no, Klim. And he just ended up just holding his own, even getting in a couple good rights as we go to this 5-on-4. But yes, shout out Klim Kostin. Wow. That guy, we used to call him Rob Killer Klim. Like Killer from Slapshot?
Yeah.
100%. Absolutely. Dave Killer Carlson, Klim Kostin.
Now this power play is ridiculous. We have Crosby, Malkin. We have oh no, shit. Detroit's on the power play. I'm drunk. No, Pittsburgh is.
No, Pittsburgh's on the power play.
Jesus Christ, Raquel's on the first unit.
Yeah, I think they took off Tanger and they went with Dick Raquel on that for that 1T side because he does have a bomb over there on the left flank.
There. That's why bringing the experts to the left of me.
How about Malkin just still wears that welding shield? Isn't that funny? Earpieces and he's got the welding shield on. Like, I guess whatever, I mean, it's not cool to lose your eyes, but dude, he's always had that welding shield on. It's hilarious advisor. It's just funny to break down guys' style and like how they do it because he still looks nasty, but it's only because it's Geno. Like
Yeah.
no one else could rock the welding shield on the 4500. I mean, that thing looks like fucking PK Subban's visor back in the day.
I mean, that's how you know you're sick, especially with the earpieces. Like a
Yes.
guy like Patty Kane has the earpieces and it looks sick.
Like how many guys in the league wear earpieces? Malkin, Crosby, Patty
Keller.
Kane, Keller wears it because 88, obviously.
Is that why?
For sure. 100%. That was his favorite player growing up. That's he for sure is like if Patty does it. Oh my god, dude! How do you just go stick through body like that? Like so silky.
Malkin's just so big and he has
So
those hands.
good.
Like that is insane. Look at him. And he's huge out there. Like he looks. Oh my god! Like, that was even sick.
I guess he just like. I mean, from guys that have played there, and this is confirmed. I'm not going to say my sources, but like I guess him and like Mike Sullivan always just have like little feuds, and Malkin just chirps him always for being like a pigeon player. Mike Sullivan still played like 700 games in the league, but he was like a fourth liner, so he chirps him for being like a plug. Like Mike Sullivan, he literally played like 800 games, and he's still chirping him. Like most coaches don't play that long.
Dude, that's so Russian.
How sick is that? Like chirping your coach, like you're a fucking plumber.
That is so sick. Brian Russ enters zone. Good clean entry. Jeff Carter, Mr. Manhattan Beach himself.
Jeff Carter, if you can't tone it, tan it. I mean, this guy, the way he still plays, it's crazy. He's still got the sick shot. How funny is he? I like to call it the old pizza shovel curve. He's got that jury curve. Not a lot of guys use it still, but Jeff Carter still has that. It's so good for sauce. You just open it up and it just fucking zings.
Yeah, a bit messy on that power play. They're trying to force a lot of things through. I don't even think Carlson touched the puck maybe a couple times. You want to get him the puck.
That was junky. Folks, as we get back to 5-on-5 here, me and Rob are heading to Grand Forks, North Dakota tomorrow, live off the tarmac, I believe 3 o'clock, heading into Fargo, and then Gage Osmus is picking us up. Got a live show up there this weekend. As Zarnik brings the puck, he's recent call up. Oh, what a play by Zarnik. Wow, they sent down Ashton Reese, and they brought him up. That's another Yzerman play.
Wow.
He just knows. Wow.
DeBrincat, getting it done. Mr. 40 goals. Right place, right time.
That was a sick pass, though.
Yeah.
Like, that was National League pass.
That was sick.
And I don't really like that Zarnik kid. We always had good battles against Miami of Ohio, but this is a great pass. Wow. Ruido Sia. Under the stick.
Part of that caught an edge there. If you watch the puck, watch it catch an edge. Ready? Watch this.
That's an intentional play by Zarnik to chip ahead like that.
Watch this. That was on edge.
That was on edge, and it was a good finish. But that play at the blue line, if they back it up, if people are watching at home, Zarnik, he could have caught that on his backhand, but he did a little chip play off the boards on purpose to elude that defender, gets by him, and then goes right under the stick for a nice pass. Wow. Yeah. That was a great play.
That was awesome. And shout out to the chat. Are you bringing any merch to Blacks on Saturday? I won't. Unfortunately, I won't. I don't know if you are.
Yeah. So Swish will be bringing some, as I talk in third person, a bunch of Butter Golf stuff. We'll be doing some giveaways. We'll be selling some stuff. Yeah, I'll have a bunch of merch for all the people. And it's going to be a great time, Rob. Like, I'm fired up.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of good response, especially in the town of like people hearing about it. Heard a lot about you, the old Brett Hall line. But yeah. It's going to be a great time. Live from Joe Black's. That's Saturday, October 21st. This Saturday, 2:30, a soft 2:30. Come and just chill with us, man. Like,
yeah,
we're for the as cliche as it sounds, we're for it. Like, we want the people there. We want energy. We want that buzz, and we're going to be just yucking it up. So fired up to get up there.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. I can't wait. I can't wait to be in the rink too. Watch the game. It's especially with Minnesota coming in ranked #1. It's going to be real fun. And yeah, Saturday before the game, it's going to be quite the marathon, Swish. We're going to be performing live starting at 2:30, soft start. And then that's going to lead us right into the game on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a work trip, Rob, right? We got Friday. We got some content lined up at the rink. Then we're doing a couple podcasts. We'll be doing some content stuff in and around town on Friday. That leads us into the game. Saturday, obviously, we have the matinee at Black's and then the game. And then Sunday, we're doing the locker room tour. So we're going to be buzzing around, dude. Like, fuck,
yeah.
I know we're going to have 20 drinks a day, but we got to be on the rails a little bit.
Yeah, we got to be on the Craig Button.
Yes, we do. On the Butsy.
Not very smooth start to this game, like the games we've been watching. But here the Penguins have the puck, and they it's a bit of a throwing the rock back and forth kind of game.
It's a little bit of a ping pong match right now. I think teams need to settle in. I think we need a little bit of a rush play. But again, it's early on the season. We're seeing it was the 3 games we've done, Rob. It's kind of the same song and dance right away. Just a little choppy through the neutral zone, and the exits out of the D zone are not perfect yet. But that's because guys got to get used to where guys are again, where the spots are. Can the D man go back and be facing the glass and just throw it right in the middle, and he knows his center there? That all takes time. As Jeff Carter streaks down the wall, you know he's shooting it. He loves to shoot. Wow, he didn't shoot. I thought he was just going to throw that at the net.
Where's his help there? There it is.
Yeah, Nola Chari. This line to me, who is this? Nola Chari, Matt Stick on Puck, Nieto, and Jeff Carter. A little bit of a weird line, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Because you got a guy like Jeff Carter who's never really played fourth line minutes. So it'll be interesting to see what Pittsburgh does with their bottom 6 this year, because a guy like Carter, I don't think he's at a point in his career where he can play top 6, but he's also that's a weird tweener role for him. So
right.
I'm sure he'll adjust. He's a great player.
Crazy that he's still in the league.
It's crazy. He's played like over 1,300 games. Imagine playing 1,300 games.
Oh my God, dude.
As a guy that played 43, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, like
that's so many matches.
Like the amount of just damage to your body, like the wear and tear. I don't get how some guys do it, but I guess it's like it's the 1% of the 1%.
To me, it's just wild to like, okay, I can see a guy that can play 82 for 4 or 5 years, right? But to do it for like Jeff Carter, like that's like 20 years, bro.
It's
insane. It's like it's one of the most amazing feats in all of sports. I think hockey's the hardest sport to like have a longevity of a career.
Yeah, or football.
Yeah, I just think football, your body's gonna get more banged up, but hockey, man, you can't discount 82 games.
That is true. It's a lot of games, man.
That's insane.
It's like every other night for the most part.
For 9 months.
My last year at junior in like junior F league, I played 19 out of like the 45 games.
It's wild. It really speaks volumes. How about Gossespear? Do you like him in Detroit? Kind of a random pickup, a good player.
Yeah, I like his ability to play make and jump up in the play, and he'll get you some points that you don't expect. I think he's good on the quarterback in the power play. He also has kind of a bomb, so I think it's a good play.
Will O'Connell goes, Grand Forks has got to be the cheapest place to drink in the country. I was telling Rob about this for like the last month, dude. You go to Joe Black's. I was up there in August. I bought 7 shots. And that bartender, 7 shots and 2 beers, and the bartender comes up to me and she goes, "Okay, that'll be $17.50." I got 9 drinks for fucking that much. It was crazy, like under 20. Like I was shoe in with a tip for $20.
In Scottsdale, that would have been $75 to $100
at least, dude.
Yeah.
You get 1 espresso martini. I don't even know if they make espresso martinis at other than 2 bars, maybe at Grand Forks. How funny is that?
Holy shit!
Yeah, Toasted Frog. Shout out the Frog, and then maybe Harry's Steakhouse, and then maybe Sky's Steakhouse. So there's probably 3 places I would do a teeny. Other than that, dude, you got to be like it's just rail ramen tequila.
Is there good steak up there? Because I figure there's farmland and they can slaughter the cows easier.
100%. They got great, even like places like Omaha beef. You always hear about Nebraska beef, but yeah, North Dakota's got solid beef.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to Harry's on Saturday, I think, after the match with the boys. We got it lined up. So,
hell yeah.
So we're fired up for that.
What's that?
That's a steak place. So we'll have some old fashions and make our way over right across the street to Bonzer. So it'll be good.
What is that?
That's the bar, bro. That's the bar that I was telling you about, the Long Island iced teas.
I kind of like that. I'm just like going to a place where it's just like wherever you guys lead me, I'm in.
Yeah, you just gotta trust it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna trust the system.
We Engage got me and you sweet tickets for Saturday night too.
So, come on.
Oh yeah. So we're dialed in with that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's unreal.
Yeah, so we got sweet tickets for Saturday, and then Friday we'll be slumming it, but I'm sure we'll find our way in one of the suites. Yeah, as we do.
Yeah.
All right, folks, 2:50 left to play in the first frame as Alex DeBrincat lugs the mail over the center ice, makes a nice little pull-up play over to Larkin. Larkin holds up, little soft lock.
Ooh,
kind of slippery.
Good play by the Tang to tie him up there in front.
Yeah, that was Raymond. Yeah. No relation to Mason. Mo Sider, like really good rookie year, sophomore slump. It'd be really interesting to see what he can do this year in terms of, can he take that next step? Is he a guy like Rasmus Dahlin? You know what I mean? Because he's got such a frame to him and he can hit and he's, play big in front of the net. He's a guy that I think, could really be a premier defenseman as a breakaway to who other than Jeff Carter, 77.
You always say, or you said last time, if you do that move and it doesn't work, you look like an idiot. But if it goes in, you look so sick.
So sick. And
Mr. Manhattan Beach, he takes a look and then the puck's a little bit on edge.
It's like he's at Shellbacks just trying to slide one through. You know what I mean? At the bar stool, kind of just a little cheeky fart that he thought would get through it. It didn't.
And we go to commercial break here. Chat, chat. I don't know if I said this already, but where the hell is everybody from? Where are you guys checking in from? Nora's checking in from. Nora straight back into the goals for Ottawa. This kid deserves my respect. Did he tuck one tonight? We got people checking in from West Virginia. We got people checking in from Dallas, Chicago. I love to see that, dude. It's awesome. Obviously, we have Mexico in the house. We have Pittsburgh in the house.
Folks, where are we from? Where are we tuning in from? How many people we have on the stream? I just want to, send out just thanks for joining the boys on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, this is awesome. Winnipeg's in the house.
I love Winnipeg. Sneaky spot. Where are you watching from, fella? Are you having a couple kokanees? Are you over at Earl's on Main? Where are you at? Are you at the Pint Fella? Maybe Joey's. Joey's Kensington, I believe it is. Where are we watching? Maybe Moxie's at the rink. Talk to me, baby.
Somebody said getting sucked by 4 girls right now. That doesn't count for a place, but I'll take it. Northern Michigan, North Dakota in the house, Connecticut. Someone just said they're at their house.
T. Spencer's at his house in Peg. Fella, you might have to slide down to Earl's on Main. Get a kokanee and you chili chicken. Place is unbelievable. How about we're in Dallas, brother? Where you at? Are you in Uptown or is it Midtown there? They got a Moxie's there. Shout out Moxie's. We talk about it every fucking show, but I just wake up some days, Rob, and I'm just like, when's the next time I'm gonna go to Moxie's?
Yeah,
it's great.
It's a great place. There's a lot of TVs. There's a lot of talent. Yeah. The food's good. The setup's good. I really like it. It's really just it's a different kind of place.
They just don't have
Scottsdale.
Yeah, exactly. Like they either have like a dive bar or just like a douchey place here. There's no like upscale sports bar that you can really just have a bunch of drinks with the boys and not really know what time it is. Like the other Sunday when we went there for a day night doubleheader. Man, we got to get back to the batting cages, by the way.
Yeah, we do. That was fucking awesome.
How fun was that?
I was actually thinking about that today because I got an email from that place with like some sort of offer, and I was like, dude, we got to go back there. But the thing with Scottsdale, they don't have a lot of places unless they're shitholes like Buffalo Wild Wings where there's a good TV setup with good food. That's what Scottsdale, like the sports bar game of Scottsdale is horrible.
It's horrible.
It's not good. You have like Zips. Zips has good wings. They have a good TV
right.
setup. But it's just like.
But how many wings can you have, right? You can have like 10, and then all of a sudden you're like running to the shitter, and it's like Jesus Christ.
And I don't think they wash the cups when you order a beer there. If you ever pay attention, like the cups, like they're just recycled. There's still lipstick on them.
Cold beers and cheeseburgers, like come on, like that's the name we're going with. That place actually like gets good, like. That place bumps. They make it buzzes.
Yeah, it's real dark in there. I don't like that though. Like, it's too dark. I want the vibes up.
Yeah.
All right, folks. So a minute 24 left in the first period here. 1-1 game. Pittsburgh, Detroit. As the puck sneaks down into the zone.
Who's that playing? Is that Jari?
I don't know, dude. Next time I'm actually gonna like print out the roster.
Yeah, you should.
Still getting used to this year.
We need a media guide.
Yeah.
Oh, that D2D, that's a nice play there, but it's got to be on the tape there from outside. Or they run that little D2D play where it's D2D back to D, and the guy that starts it goes up the ice, so they kind of create that 2-on-1 with a forechecker. Yeah. He puts it on the tape to Wallman, and he's skating down ice. They maybe have a potential odd man, so that's a great play. Gravy, decent pickup for the Pens.
He has good style.
Yeah, 6-year deal, a little tint on the window there. How you doing? And the ice looks a little choppy.
Yeah,
Little
it looks bad.
Most of at the old Joe, it was great. I only played one game here at this new barn, but it's nasty.
Yeah, I heard that the concourse and all that shit is really nice.
Yeah,
is that true?
Oh, it's unbelievable. And you should see like underneath, like the shout out that they have to like Dennis Rodman and some of these guys. Like it's nasty down there. The bad boys. It's really cool. Isaiah Thomas, and then obviously the hockey side speaks for itself. But I love always the association stuff built in.
Do they share it with the Pistons?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, their locker room Detroit's locker room is unbelievable. Davy Perron, man, they don't make the white skates for him anymore, eh? Fuck.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because Reebok doesn't do it, and then I guess he wears those Trues now, and I think you can get the white on them. It's just not the same. So, folks, after one, that is 1-1. Shot 7-8 goals by Gino Malkin and Alex DeBrincat. DeBrincat looks good. He's buzzing. A couple plays he's made over the blue line coming into the zone. Some pull-up plays, cross ice especially. So we'll have to look for that. But what a pass by Riley Smith that was over to Gino Malkin, right through the wickets of the slot. and then another great play by Zarnik. So, folks, 1-1 after the intermission. We will be taking some live stream chat questions. Fire away for us.
Yeah. We got
Going to Joey tomorrow.
By the way, boys, these streams are great. Love watching a game like this. I appreciate it. Love that shit. That's what we love to hear. We love doing it too. It's great that people are gonna, hopefully catch on, and it'll be more fun, and the chat will get more crazy every week. And as the season progresses, we'll have more and more fun watch matchups and storylines to pay attention to. What is Joey? I'm going to Joey tomorrow. Basically the same thing as Moxie.
Yeah, basically Moxie's, literally like the same menu, like the Earls, Moxie's, Joey. There's one more. They always have like Cactus Club. They always have like the chili chicken. You can get the same kind of drinks. It's the best.
Okay.
Good waitresses. It's fantastic.
That's huge. Sask Rider game on me. I think he means Raider.
Sasky Riders.
Oh, the Riders. Yeah. If you boys ever come this way, fellas, everybody ropes, everybody rides.
Fella, I'm about to go put on my Sasky Saskatchewan Rough Riders jersey on right now for you. Number 24 Pilsner. I'll be right back.
There's no way you have a Rough Riders jersey. Yes. Is the live pod going to be recorded? Yup, it'll be recorded. It'll be posted. Audio will be posted on YouTube. We're also going to do a vlog. It's going to be a whole lot of content. There's going to be multiple podcasts, a vlog. The live show. I hope the live show really gets rowdy. I mean, we're going to need to feed off the crowd's energy. There should be a lot of people there from what I hear. But yeah, it should be good. It sounds like we're not going to give away the game plan here and tell you exactly what it consists of, but it'll be a good mix of banter. It'll be about the previous night's game, the upcoming game. There's going to be some interactive stuff with the fans, some giveaways, and some guests, some tricks up our sleeve. Best building in the National to play in. I'm going to hand that off to Jay Swish. That jersey is sick.
So sick. Fella, I got my Sasky Rough Rider jersey on right now here for the fella that's going to the game. Pilsner on the back. I got to get you a good look here. Pilsner right there. Name bar. Best building in the National League. Well, it depends what you're looking for, right? I always say the Mecca, Madison Square Garden. That's tough to beat just because the whole aura walking in, the history there, the artists that have performed there, just everything in general about New York just screams National League. Detroit, sneaky good. Like if they had a good team, Rob, that would be one of the best barns to play in. I miss the old Joe.
Yeah.
But I would say probably Madison Square Garden just jumps off the chain for me. Staples was always fun. Now it's crypto, so that's kind of tough. But I'd probably say those. And then for the Canadian barn, I would say Montreal. It's just tough to beat a warm up in Montreal. Actually, I mean, we're missing the best one in the league. What the fuck are we talking about? Vegas.
Yeah,
it's not even close. Yeah.
Vegas is truly incredible.
The go-go dancers, like they have the stripper dancers in warm-ups right on the glass trying to distract the away team. Just the whole show before the game, the DJ there. I mean, those vibes are immaculate. I would say Vegas, hands down, not even close.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a club in there. They have a really good soundtrack, too. I mean, they really pump you up to be there. And I don't know if a lot of arenas, they do a lot of interactive shit, too, like with the fans. It's just like a nightclub in there.
It's the best building, I think, to play any sport in right now in terms of, I think, across all of the leagues. I mean, did you see their cup presentation, dude?
Yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah.
They had the slot machine on, and then Mark Stone went and rolled it, and then it just lit up like all cups with Vegas. And then that banner they raised was
so sick.
The coolest thing I've ever seen, like a gold silk banner. I mean, Vegas, it's not even close. And as you know, like as fans too, when you're walking in there, like there's just a different heartbeat going into that building.
Yeah, there definitely is. What was so you've played in MSG, right?
Yep.
Were you distracted during the game at all? Like, wow, I'm in fucking MSG. This is sick. Or were you all business, like not trying to block it out?
I think a little bit of both. I think it's for me, especially in my role, which I was playing, was like 10 minutes a night, maybe even less sometimes. It was hard because you're looking around and they're like showing all the stars on the video board.
Yeah.
You're just like, you're looking up and like, it just has like a different auditorium feel.
Yeah.
Walking in there, you're like, fuck me, this is pretty cool. So I say, like, if you're in flow state and you're playing a lot of minutes, I think it would be easier. But for me sitting there, yeah, definitely like catching myself at times, like, what the fuck's going on?
I mean, that'd be crazy. Even as a fan walking in there, I'm just like, whoa. Especially after it got renovated. Like, it's sick.
Yeah, for sure. Bam Carto. Some people are saying Live and Five and Wet Jeans are going to merger. I don't unconfirmed. I don't think that's going to happen, but as Jackie Moon would say, merger, right? Fourth place. There might be a Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl one day, and who knows? So Mega Bowl, Jackie, fourth place. We're talking merger. We're talking missionary.
Mergers and acquisitions here.
As we got Biz here on the TV in Atlanta talking to Kyle Dubas, new GM. What a guy. He just the way he played his hand.
Yeah.
Dubas,
Kind of crazy that he left.
Yeah, and he just got the bag too.
Yeah.
in Pittsburgh.
He decided to leave, right?
Yeah, well, he basically wanted more money from Shanahan and MLSLE, the team there, the corporation that runs the Leafs, Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. They weren't willing to give him what he wanted, or maybe were a little bit hesitant to lock him into a long-term deal. So he knew willingly, probably that Fenway Sports that owns the Penguins probably had a little interest in him. So he hedged it. And when they didn't bite, he already had that deal lined up with the Penguins, and he got the bag, dude.
Wow.
He got like $5 or $6 million a year.
Damn. Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah. He got paid.
It's crazy how young he is.
It's so sick. And I think he got a 6-year deal, maybe. So 30 bananas or something like that. So yeah.
Holy shit.
Kyle Brown says nastiest college barn other than the Ralph. Trying to think in the NCHC. I mean, Minnesota's great too, especially with that rivalry. So Mariucci, if it's packed, is a great barn. I love Miami of Ohio because it's a smaller facility and it's just in the middle of nowhere in Oxford, Ohio, and you kind of drive in through the woods, and it's literally all college students, and they have some not even sneaky, they have some unbelievable looking gals that go to that school. So that's always fun. Trim, as we would say, skunks for a lack of a better word. BU, I've played at. That was not great. Just okay. I'm trying to think of like a real Wisconsin was always fun for me because you're going back home playing at the Kohl Center, but they don't really get that good of a crowd anymore. So
really,
yeah,
that's surprising.
Weird. Yeah, I mean it's 16,000. It's tough to sell out, right?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. So they've been so bad lately. So yeah, I would say probably number one would be Mariucci for me. Yeah, that's probably number one.
But ASU's is pretty sick.
It is, yeah.
Duluth's
a good barn. Amsoil Arena, solid. Teams like Nebraska, Omaha, Colorado College, they have new facilities as well. ASU Mullet Arena is actually nasty for college. It's perfect. They're going to be in the NCHC next year. So Notre Dame's actually really nice. They don't get a great crowd, but Michigan, dude. Love Michigan.
Yep.
Yost Arena. Shout out. Oh, you walk in there, it smells like those Bavarian almonds. Oh. And then just the history there. So sick. I love that.
That is sick. Somebody said Biff Tannen said that Dubas also gets full use of the
Fenway Sports.
No way. For private travel? He could just borrow their PJ?
Just go to Bora Bora for a day?
Who is this guy?
Dude,
how did he?
Oh, man, he's playing chess and everyone else is playing checkers. It's hilarious.
Like, this guy's a fucking wizard.
He is. He is. Dude, he's young, too, man. He's only like maybe 35.
That's insane.
He was the youngest NHL agent at one point in history. He was like 23 years old and certified by the NHLPA.
So how did that was his come up as being an agent?
Yeah, so he was an agent for a little bit. I think he just grew up around the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, the junior team up there in the Sioux OHL team. Kind of was always just he was a stick boy. He was a super fan. So he
didn't play.
No, he was always in the locker room around the team. Kind of worked his way to an agent, and then he got the job in the Sault Ste. Marie, I believe, as the assistant general manager. Then he was the manager, hired Sheldon Keefe. They won a championship there. Then he goes to Toronto. He's like their second GM. He's in charge of the Marlies. They win there. Who's his coach? Sheldon Keefe.
Oh.
So he brought Kiefer all the way from Sault Ste. Marie to the National League. And it's funny because Dubas, when he was in Toronto, he would always be trying to get these Sault Ste. Marie guys. For whatever reason, he would bring them in all the time. There was maybe 10 to 12 guys at a time in the organization. Mike Bunning, Rasmus Sandin, Nick Ritchie, shout out throwing both ways. So all these guys that he had in there over the Sioux, he would bring his boys along with him. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. He must be an absolute beauty outside the rink. I don't know him, but
he's a hilarious guy because he's a guy that traded for me back in the day.
He traded for you?
Yeah. When I was in St. Louis, and we had a meeting, and he's like, "I'm going to trade for you." I'm like, "Okay, can we even talk about this right now?" And then, sure as shit, he came through with it and gave me a chance. Ultimately, didn't make the team, but he was always around the locker room. He wanted to be chirped by the boys. Like he
Really?
was, yeah. It's like he was such a beauty.
That's weird for a GM because, especially in hockey,
they take themselves way too seriously. This guy, he's cool. Dubas is a great dude.
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend that played in the league, and the guy said that he was too relaxed, and the way he said it was he was too California. A GM said that to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's
insane.
Right. Too Cali. Schmaltzy, do you mind telling us a bit about the Bronco? As a guy I love trucks, man, it's so nails. Like, it's a 96. It's got like 170,000 miles on it. There's nothing pretty about it, brother. Cassette player in it, stick shift. I had to kind of relearn the screws of how to drive stick again, which was funny because I was fucking Jordan stalling all over the place, driving it up and down Scottsdale Road, stalling out, getting pissed off. But I got it down now, and I've been whipping it every day. I cannot wait for it to cool off a little bit. So I'm going to take the top off, and man, going full OJ mode, just driving that bitch like I stole it. It's,
It's stab a couple people.
It runs so smooth, and it's so buttery.
I actually saw you at an intersection when I was driving here.
Did you?
Yeah, I saw you at the intersection because I saw that Bronco and it stuck out to me. I was like, damn, a Bronco. And I looked in, I saw you wearing a felt hat. I was like, oh shit, that's fucking Jay Swish.
Yeah, it's been fun. And I'm gonna kind of, over the next little bit here, just start, I might throw a little speaker system in there, fix it up a little bit, maybe a little lift. But right now, man, it's all original parts, drives well, and I'm just having so much fun with the stick shift because it's actually stick handling,
Yeah.
I don't think I can go back to an automatic.
Really?
I used to be a stick guy. Like I'm just gonna, I'm gonna have to go to like a dealership in 2030 and be like, "Do you have any stick shifts?" They're gonna look at me like I'm retarded.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of dedication to the shift game. I mean,
it is
stick shift game.
Yeah, it's legit stick handle. I mean, you can't be on your phone or anything, Rob. Like,
no, I mean you gotta keep moving gears and
Mm-hmm.
shit, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, you gotta trust the screws on the gear. You gotta have the the foot on the clutch, then you got the brake. There's a lot going on with a stick shift. Kind of makes me feel like a young Ricky Bobby.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a hell of a whip.
Folks, where are we watching at? Talk to us a little bit more. Any other questions? Keep them firing. We got about 10 minutes, I'd say, probably left in this intermission. So as we're sucking down coffee and waiting for the second frame to start, what are we doing out there? Again, this Saturday, we'll be live from Joe Black's. That's Grand Forks, North Dakota. 2 p.m., 2:30, somewhere in there. Live show. Live and 5 crew, Heat Daddy. It's going to be a hell of a time. We'll be buying drinks for everyone in there, especially our fans. Woo! Whatever you want. We'll be doing some drinking chug-offs between Gopher fans and Sioux fans. We got Tony Herkus coming on, 1987 Hobie Baker Award winner. Just a beauty. Thunder Bay dude. Throws both ways. Still scouts for Tampa. So, folks, again, that is Joe Black's this Saturday. Meet Heat Daddy. We're actually going to Grand Forks tomorrow as a part of the Minnesota and Sioux series. Heat Daddy's first time at the Palace of Pain, which is the Ralph Engelstad Arena. Fella, cannot wait to get you up there.
Yeah, can't wait to see you fellas in the greatest city in the Midwest. Yeah, it's kind of cool that people are going to be in here that are going to be there. Go Sioux is right. My buddy played there. ND is dope. Let's see. Dark Horse Cup winner. Somebody's chilling in Los Angeles. How about that beauty play? Beauty by the LA Kings last night. PLD trade a W. What do you think about the PLD trade?
I don't know. To me, like, again, who are we to say? But we got to tell the people what they want to hear, especially the truth. Is he seems to be like a guy that's like a Ponzi schemer, always on the move. He wanted to get out of, he wanted to get out of Columbus. Then he wanted to get out of Winnipeg. Again, not great cities.
In his defense,
I do not fault him.
Don't blame him.
But then he kind of forced his hand to LA, and so if he can get that team over the hump, I have no problem with it. You know, if he can back up his play, and now that he's living in Manhattan Beach, that's a long way from Earls on Main and Winnipeg, or even Columbus, right? So if he can back up what he wants to do in his vision, I got no problem with it. Seems to be fitting in decent there. I think he needs to take his game to a next level, though.
Yeah, and there can't be any off the ice shit with him. Once you force your way out of two organizations, like this is a National Hockey League. There's not that many opportunities. No matter how good you are, if you keep being a disruption everywhere you go, it's not going to end up well. You're going to end up playing for the Chelabagins tractor in the K, getting paid in Chuck E. Cheese coins. So.
Getting paid in rubles and sniffers.
Yeah.
But yeah,
especially the sniffers. You're going to be eating soup and
oh,
apples
you're
pregame,
you
every game.
you're gonna be on the Russian gas, sucking down Russian borscht, and probably having a couple live-in hookers with you just to guide you through the year because there are gonna be some dark days over there on the Eastern Front.
Shout out to Max Reed says he's coming to Grand Forks. That's awesome, man. I mean, there's not too many people in here, but there's a good amount of people in here that are actually coming in person. So that's really cool. I mean, I don't know if we're just genius promoters or people.
No, this is sick, dude. Like, we want everyone. Bring your whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
Dark horse to cup winner. And I had Edmonton winning it, which is not a dark horse. That's not where I'm going with this. But then I think Colorado is going to be the team to win it. Now, my dark horse would be, wow, that's a tough question because I think the West is so much better than the East. Fuck, man. I don't know. Like,
I kind of have a dark horse.
Is there any dark horses out there? What do you think?
I don't even know if mine's a dark horse, actually.
Like, who would you say?
I would say the dark horse would be the Kings.
Yeah, I think so. They play that 1-3-1 bullshit though. I hate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think they could make some noise. Someone out of the East. Who's a dark horse out of like New Jersey? Is that considered a dark horse?
I don't even think so though, because they have so much talent now. Like I don't think you can consider them a dark horse anymore. I mean, people say they're going to win the Metro, so
right. But like when it comes to playoff time, is that a team that you're like? I don't know. I just love watching Jack Hughes play. So I would say,
yeah,
my dark horse that's a light shade of brown would be the Devils.
Just a mixed horse.
Yeah,
a little bit of maybe
yes,
a Colombian with a black guy.
Yeah, mulatto horse.
Yeah.
Yep. Kings are legit for sure. I agree. Question goaltending, and I also question the 1-3-1. Can you win championships playing the 1-3-1? I mean, it's Finland wins the fucking world championships every year playing the 1-3-1.
Yeah, I mean the Islanders did that one year where they made it in. Didn't they go to the Eastern Conference Finals against Pittsburgh and lost, or was that okay? They were playing the 1-3-1.
Yeah. How boring was that?
Oh, dude, the most boring team in hockey. It's bad. I'm telling you right now, if the Islanders are playing right now, I would have need 10 of those coffees. I actually had a look. The thing with this is that we have to do 3 hours of this shit, so you need to be upbeat. If the Islanders are on after the day I've had a long day, you've had a long day. I'll tell you right now, I might be signing off after the first. That's how boring the Islanders are.
Oh, they are terrible. Philip Deneau. Shout out to Philly Deneau on the LA Kings, by the way, if we're going back to that. Low and slow Phil Deneau. Folks, for what that means, Philly Deneau, he always is low. He's always slow supporting his D through the middle of the ice. In the D zone, he's coming through between the dots. He's maybe even touching or twinkle toeing on the top of the blue paint, presenting an option. Always in there for the little plays and the little battles, helping his D. And as a former defenseman, I can really appreciate that because not a lot of centers do that. A lot of them just fly by. You even watch McDavid. He just kind of flies by in the zone, and he's always looking for speed to go downhill. But Philly, low and slow to know, is always supporting the puck, always there for an option. Shout out to that guy because he still gets it done on the other side of the ice. He's about a 50-point guy, which is pretty good for the way he plays defensively.
You know, I actually went to a Kings game, and these two kids came up to me, and they said, you need to tweet about Phil Deneau and put respect on his name because he's the most underappreciated player in the West Coast.
He really is.
I was like, you're right. We have one. Before we get started here, Brody says, I might be off here, but I feel like the Jackets are going to surprise people this year. So many good young guys, and Fantilli might pop up with Johnny Gaudreau and line at some point. What do you guys think? I mean, I kind of agree with you there. It's just the stigma of Columbus for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, that's stinky. Like, you got to rely on a lot there. You got to rely on Johnny Puck to, create a little bit more himself. You got to rely on a guy like Patty Laine, more importantly, to stay healthy, right? He seems like he's hurt or banged up every year and kind of disappears. Like, he'll put the Harry Potter cloak on, as I call it, and disappear for like 5 games. And then he'll come back and have a goal a game for 10. So consistency, always an issue for Patty Laine. But yeah, I mean, I think they're building towards some. I think they have a lot of good defensemen. They're probably going to have to move one of them. They have a lot of guys that play the same way in terms of Jake Bean, that Boquist kid. So a lot of guys that are kind of like undersized and play the power play. But I think you figured out Werenski can stay healthy. They're years away from being legit, but maybe a little bit closer than some might imagine. They're closer than the Blackhawks. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and as the puck goes out of play here with DeBrincat, I don't know how that happened, but they're going to show a couple face-off draws by D-Boss, Dylan Larkin, and DeBrincat. Dylan Larkin, only playing in Michigan growing up, youth hockey there at the program, the University of Michigan. It's just a guy that loves Michigan, and I respect the hell out of it. I heard For a little bit, he was living at his parents' house while he was in the NHL. I think that's so fucking rock star. I do the same damn thing as the puck goes in deep to Pedersen, over to Carlson, who wraps it up the board to, I don't know who the hell that is. Raquel.
That's Dick Raquel, 67. Pedersen, I don't love his game. Did you see the other night when Tommy Wilson grabbed him and he just wanted he didn't want no part of it. Tom Wilson grabbed him at the end of the game when they were down, I believe, 4-0, and just wanted to piss pump Pedersen. And he just kind of like wore a few and like ultimately just waited for the ref to step in. I mean, I do the same fucking thing.
The same thing.
Like I'm throwing on the fucking double seatbelt if I'm being honest. But just that's a tough one to run because that's literally like getting jumped at 2 a.m. outside of a bar in a back alley.
Yeah. Definitely don't want that smoke at all.
As Sherratt flips it, man, a lot of flip plays tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of just throwing the rock back and forth, like we were saying. A lot of getting the pucks in deep. Both teams are doing a decent job of forechecking. I mean, the breakouts have been really messy. As Lionel Messi, here's a great dump into the zone. It's like all we're getting tonight is the dump.
How funny is it, like when coaches like would always try to change, like, boys, it's not like when I would, the last couple of years I was playing over here, like. It's so funny when coaches like try to change like a term that's been so prevalent for so many years, like a dump, and they're like, no, it's a deposit. I'm like, no, it's just fucking throwing it in. It's a shit burger. Like, you don't have to tell me and like create some fancy word for what it actually is. Like, it's a tale as old as time. It's a goddamn dump.
It's a dump.
You're throwing it in. Is there better spots to dump a puck in on the ice? Absolutely. Keep it out of the triangle, out of the trapezoid.
Yep.
Right. If you can kind of put it in those zone 1 or zone 3, I call it. Zone 2 is that trapezoid right behind the net. But yeah, I mean, there's better spots to put it, but ultimately you're giving away the puck and trying to get back a 50-50. So I don't know. I just hate the dump-ins, bro.
Yeah, I do too. Here's a picture of the boys, Enzo, Panger, and Kenny Albert, who actually looks like he lost some weight. Shout out to Kenny Albert, getting in some miles on the Peloton there.
Kenny gluten-free Albert. Yeah, he's staying away from the whole wheat pasta, the gluten-filled stuff, the tortellini,
peanut butter,
right? The peanut butter on top of his mouth to kind of coat the throat. Yes, Costanza. This is a Sasky Rough Riders jersey, brother. Name bar 24 Pilsner. I was gifted this by a kid that actually plays in the Philadelphia Flyers organization. Played with him at UND. Shout out Rhett Gardner. His dad's buddy gave this to me. I was number 24 at UND. So I don't know why he gave it to me, but I'm a big, long-time Rough Riders fan. I think the Grey Cup is hilarious. I think 3 downs in football is funny. Their ball is bigger. I mean, there's just so many funny things I like about the CFL. And the Grey Cup being the oldest trophy in sports, I love it. So, yeah, I'm a big Riders guy. I need to get up to Mosaic and see a game.
Swish, as I'm watching this game here, we keep talking about how messy it is. You look at the shots.
Yeah,
I mean, we got a 7-6
that is weird
shot tilt.
Yeah, they took away 2 shots then because remember it was 8-8 after one. It was 8-7, so they took away a shot actually from Pittsburgh.
And it's 1-1 somehow. I mean, we have goals in the game. It's just very sloppy as Letang dumps it in to Sider, who somehow makes a pretty decent backhand blind pass. But
does that Jägermeister ad behind the net, Rob, just kind of make you want to slip into one at Boondocks?
Yeah.
Like it's got to be a little tempting, right? Little temptations.
Oh, yeah. You love to see that green bottle right in your front. When you're 20, when you're 8 drinks deep and you're feeling a little sluggish, you're feeling a little tired, you can always rely on a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah. They'll be a sponsor one day.
Yeah, absolutely. It used to be the official shot in the NHL. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, Gary probably just didn't like the cut they were getting or something. They cheaped out. Like everything. Oh my God. Is Comfort their second line center?
I think so.
Or is he playing third line? So we got Kopp, who's a center. Comfort.
Kopp has got to be a third line center. No, is Kopp wearing an A?
Yeah, he's right side heavy because they go right side with the letters in Detroit. A little different. Someone in the chat was actually talking about that. Johnny Manziel, CFL legend. How funny is that? He signed with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Well, actually, the Tiger Cats and then the Montreal Alouettes. He went up there and just basically just shut it down and then started playing in Bob Menery's fan-controlled league, which was shout out to Johnny Football, man. The best to ever do it.
A couple times.
Beauty?
Yeah, really nice guy.
I heard he just loves to get after it. Obviously.
Yeah,
no secret.
He was walking through the bar and some guy stopped him and harassed him. He was like, "Hey, fuck you! You're a fucking boss!" Blah blah. Yelled in his face.
Yeah.
Manziel didn't even flinch, didn't care, rolled right off the shoulder. He goes back to his table. As I was walking out of the bar, I stopped him and I was like, "Hey, was that guy just fucking? Do you know that guy? Like,
yeah.
He's just chirping you for no reason."
Oh,
who is that? the shoulder separator Sherrod.
Benny Chin Sherrod going far side, low mid, I believe, right, folks?
I think it might went upstairs where Grandpa hides the Nazi propaganda. No, it might are my Pit Vipers throwing me off here?
I think the Vipers might
be right.
Yeah, I think the Vipers might be throwing. Look at that half Windsor from Derek Lalone. Shout out Newsy, coach me in Green Bay. What a beauty. But again, okay, we finally get a pull-up play over the line by Larkin. He finds the late trailer, the second wave, Rob. You always talk about it. Yeah, it was midsection, glove side. But look at this play. Larkin makes the whole thing. Stops up, cuts to the middle. DeBrink had a little bit of a, kind of distraction there, and pucks on net by Sherrod. Not the greatest shot, but a little bit of traffic. Yep. Ruedel kind of screening Jari there. Ultimately ends up in the middle of the cage and in the back of the net.
And that's one of the sneaky, most hardest saves for the goalie to make. Instead of for the glove to go down to up and catch, having your glove up and going down to catch, it's tough. Have your buddy throw something at you and have your hand up and try to catch it going down. Yeah, try to do it going up. It's a sneaky good shot there. It's like below the blocker, but that's a sneaky tough goal to save. When you see goalies let that puck through, are we gonna get an offside review? Oh, goalie interference.
I mean, Ruedel screened him the whole time. Yeah, I mean, it throws him off a little bit. Jari's not able to get out as far as you want in the paint. You give up a little bit more net there, and then you got to be really on point with your save. And like you said, Rob, going down is a lot harder with the glove than going up. I mean,
going down on your girl is a lot harder,
right, than her going up on you, right? And then she's on top of you, and now we're playing, now it's like a goddamn magic show. We're hopping out of the closet. And going
full on. Chris Angel,
right? We're talking full Charlie Sheen. What's going on? What are we reviewing here, Chad?
I think Chad Ruedel actually called for a challenge himself. He said, "I interfere with my own goalie there."
Shout out to Mo Sider for having wicked flow. I know there's more to Mo Sider's game. We were talking a little bit earlier, Costanza. I need a little more from Mo. It's your third year now. Let's take that next step because I think he could be such a force. He's like Darlene, but a little nastier. Yeah. Maybe not as good offensively, but to me, he has like a Dustin Bufflin like frame out there. Besides when Buff is 280, but he's that big of a dude. You know what I mean? He could play at 240 and just start hammering guys. So be interesting to see how he kind of evolves. I think he's got that nastiness to him. I think he just needs to add a little bit of pace of play, and we'll see where Mo ends up. But he had a great rookie year last year, not perfect. Let's see what he does,
And back to my Manziel story real quick. I walked over to Johnny Manziel and I said, it's such a stupid question by Nate. Did you know that guy? Of course he didn't know him. And he's just like, nah, who cares? And I was like, I can't believe, that guy went through a lot of publicity and shit. And granted, as he says, some of it was really self-inflicted, but the way he shrugged that guy off and didn't care, I honestly said, I said, fuck that guy, you're the GOAT. And I walked out. And I think I dapped him up, but he just seemed very experienced with that stuff, which is kind of sad because there's no reason to ever yell in someone's face at a bar or anywhere for no reason. But it was cool to see that not let
you're just you're at Beverly on a Saturday and you're just chopping it up. You're trying to have a nice time. Manziel's probably sniffing some stuff that most people don't. He's probably all goofed up on Mountain Dew. Why do you got to hound the guy? He's already been through the dark. It's Johnny fucking football. If anything, say what up. I don't know.
Say what up. It's just probably say what up with.
Exactly. So, shout out Johnny Football, one of my favorite athletes to ever do it. I saw him at a Coyotes game last year. I was literally sitting right next to him. I didn't want to bother him because he was just kind of in the pocket. Actually, had two phones going at once. And
he did?
Oh, yeah. Such a G. Such a G. Johnny Furta.
So sick.
Yeah, Johnny Furta. I need to get another phone. Speaking of that, dude. One for the plug, one for the load.
It's such a flex. I got two phones. Shout out to Mo Sider for having wicked flow. I have Mo on my fantasy team. Am I in the chat right? James 100%. They can't have Bedard and Anaheim, Shohei and Trout are two tragedies. That is crazy. As we're on a commercial break, that Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout. Mike Trout is like one of the best baseball players of all time, and he's just buried on the Angels and never gonna win. It's kind of sad.
Mike Rainbow Trout. Yeah. He needs someone just needs the Yankees. They just need to step up and buy him again. Like what they do always. Just go buy your players, get the luxury tax going. Fuck it.
Yes.
Let's get this guy to a big market, which baseball always does and promotes. That's what
Mets guy did.
Hockey should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Why can't you just go buy a player? If you want to pay a guy like McDusty 25 bananas a year and have to pay for the repercussions, just go buy him. Yeah. I think the cap, the hard cap, Gary's hard cap, it just hinders growth so much.
Yeah.
It makes the league more competitive.
Shout out to the band Hinder, by the way. Can you take what's that song called? Lips of an Angel by Hinder.
Yes.
I didn't know Jeff Petrie's dad played in the MLB.
Yeah, he threw both ways.
Nice.
Yeah, Detroit Tigers. That's why they kind of brought him back there.
All right, folks, the puck is dropping. If you want to sync up your TV with us, we're at the 13:38 mark, 13:37, 13:36 mark. We have a 2-1 hockey game here in Detroit, coming to you live. Jay Swish, Heat Daddy, we are live in the second frame.
Hockey night in Scottsdale, baby. Wednesday night. We're doing it twice this week because we fucking love you guys. What an absolute hammer time by Jeff Petrie. I always forget he's on this team.
Jeff Petrie dish.
Jeff Petrie had a nice little career, especially in Edmonton. And, well, he was pretty good in Montreal last year. Not so much. Another guy that played for both teams, Rob, Pittsburgh and Detroit. You forget he was in Pittsburgh last year.
Oh, fuck.
Remember? You got Dish there. Teddy Dishington. Oh, that went Bar. Wow. Yeah, that was Bar Hudson Bay, a.k.a. Bar North. Wow. Bar Winnipeg.
Bar Rescue with John Taffer.
Bar Rescue with Johnny
What a show. What a fucking show.
What a nail gun that guy is. Just talk about knowing when the camera's on, Rob. Like, Jesus Christ. Fake it till you make it, dude. That guy just comes in like the biggest nail gun ever. I love it. And then he's probably such a good dude off it.
Are you kidding me?
Just so funny. Just like he's running a soap opera. That Rough Riders jersey is actually insane. Fella, I know. When I got this gifted to me, like, I don't whatever. I don't get like emotional or like, wow, this is nasty. When I throw this Rough Riders jersey on, normally out of respect, I have to have at least 20 beers.
Yeah.
Like right now, going only coffee, I feel like kind of fucked up. Like I'm doing the good province and the good people of Saskatchewan a disservice. Because when you have a fucking Rough Riders jersey on, you should be in Regina or in Moose Jaw. You should be in a bathroom stall sniffing whatever you want to do. You should have about 20 Pilsners or Kokanees or whatever the fuck you're drinking deep. Because the Sasky Rough Riders, they throw both.
Absolutely. And we have another. I keep trying to announce the game, but just guys are just tied up the whole time. Like I don't think we've seen more than one pass other than that Sarnik to the DeBrincat connection.
And then right away in the first frame with before that, right off the bat with Malkin and Riley Smith, that's it.
Yeah, it's been choppy hockey. I don't know.
Chop liver. Oh,
good stretch pass there, but it doesn't quite get through for D-Boss. Dylan Larkin, who lays the body. You love to see that.
Man, Detroit's kind of playing a little bit of a trap too. They're not playing a full 1-3-1, but they're definitely clogging the middle, and I think that's really slowing the old boys down in Pittsburgh who kind of want to really play a rush game. Like, dude, do you see what they're playing right now? They're playing like a diamond +1. Like it's
borderline Islanders territory.
Yeah, it's not quite that, but like they're not sagging back to the goal line like the D in LA, but they're playing a little bit lower. It's not a lot of it just kind of. It promotes just clogging it up and a lot of chip and chase hockey, which I just don't love chip and chase right away.
Chip and Kelly chase, I just don't like it either.
I know. Like
I love a good puck possession.
Yes.
I once got screamed at in a practice one time for going cross ice before the blue line because I didn't dump it. And
dump it and then go find it.
I basically just told the coach, I go, well, that's a better play than your bullshit. But I was the only coach I really didn't like in my entire career. And I was always a very coachable guy. I always got along with my coaches besides this one guy. And he's trying to completely, and there's a possible trip. Nope. Oh, yep. We do have a penalty coming up. We're going to see the Detroit power play. But yeah, he was just trying to turn every single player into a player they're not.
I hate that.
And that kind of reminds me of when Tortorella, I don't mind Tortorella, but it reminded me of when Tortorella was like making Marian Gaborik block shots.
Yeah.
Like, guy. Let him do his thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's just certain things you don't do. You're not trying to put a circle into a square peg, right? Yeah. Like Marian Gaborik's a goddamn Ferrari on the ice, right? He's not an F-250.
No.
He doesn't have the mud flaps on. He's not 8 miles per gallon just going out there in a nice red state.
Right.
Marian Gaborik's up the wall flying around.
Yep.
He's basically John Gerard in Talladega Nights. He wants to go fast, baby.
Yep, that's what it's all about. And I guess we don't have a penalty coming up here.
No, we don't. No, that was Eddie Olczyk just saying there should have been a penalty there.
Yeah, I agree.
Maxie, who you got winning this game, dude? I honestly have no fucking idea. It's been so chopped. The shots right now, midway through the game, we're 30 minutes through.
Yeah, it's like a weird game.
10-8. Again, it's been pretty boring. There hasn't been a lot of chances. There's been a couple odd man rushes, and they've capitalized, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean,
Like,
you can get up to $250 off a Bell tire through the 22nd here, folks, per the boards. How do you feel about the moving? Look at this Poker Stars at. This is insane.
it's Poker Stars. Shout out Johnny Chan, man. And for the folks that don't know, Google Johnny Chan right now. His nickname was All In.
Oh,
Johnny All In Chan. Oh,
long pencil Gensel, almost with a chance there.
oh, Jansen Harkins getting over his nose over the puck, nose over the mirror like he's playing a Vegas nightclub.
Look at Crosby just causing absolute mayhem on the forecheck.
It's so sick that Sid wears those old school Reebok gloves. They just make them new from every year, like the really long ones, you know, like it's so nasty.
Yeah, I mean, they're the size of a 2x4.
They literally are. They're like fucking, I don't even know what kind of gloves. They're like choppers, dude.
The oven mitts.
Yeah, they are oven mitts. They're nasty. Dylan Larkin. Oh, Raymond's got some space here. Pull up.
Oh, what a pass.
That was
Holy
such
shit.
a sick pass in stride. And you know,
What a quick.
did you see where he put that pass? Oh,
It was perfect.
It was
Place for DeBrincat to shoot.
exactly. So he knows he's a righty over there, so he puts it behind him and he catches it in full stride so he can shoot right away. That was a great pass.
Yeah, and what a release by DeBrincat.
Yeah.
There. Like to catch that puck just in stride and shoot. I mean, that's why some guys score 40 and some guys don't.
Right. Yeah, that's the old Steve Thomas. Shout out Stumpy, legend for the Leafs, long time. His kid is actually that Christian Thomas kid. Oh, Wallman dancing. But he would always talk about he was a coach in St. Louis, how like you would sweep it instead of one timer, right? So how DeBrincat probably couldn't have got a one timer off there, but the way he caught it and just swept it right away, that's a skill in itself. That's a guy that scores 40, as you said.
Definitely. I mean, and that pass was coming in hot.
Yeah, that was 425 on the Barbie, 10 to 12.
And when you get to this level, Swish, every pass is a good pass. You got to find a way. If it's if it's behind you, if it's in your skates, every pass is a good pass. It's the obligation of the player to get a hold of that puck and make something.
Oh my
happen.
God, Letang hard into the end goal.
Just happened there.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the biggest difference between the National Hockey League and the American Hockey League. And then as you go down is the passing, even in a practice. It's so crispy. It's always on the tape. Guys in the jungle, like sometimes on a backhand pass, like rink wide, it'll just explode. It's like, bro, like, what is there C4 on that nugget? Like, what's going on? Like, but in the National League, every guy's got a heavy stick. They got a heavy set of hands, and you know it's just crispy. Sometimes in the jungle or some of these leagues, you're like, "Holy fuck! How did that thing blow up so goddamn hard?" It was flat until it got to your blade, and all of a sudden it had a fucking abortion.
It is crazy how good they are. Like when you went from the jungle to the league, like did you? Besides, everyone says the speed. Everyone says the speed, but I guess you just answered my question. Noticing little things like that, like wow, everyone can just literally slide the pill right onto your tape.
I think
no matter what the situation.
For sure. And I think the biggest notice or difference, what I would notice when I would go up, but the biggest thing was when I would go back down. You know what I mean? So you get sent down and you'd be like, holy fuck, like we're back to the jungle here. So not as crispy, you know, these guys can't catch a pass. These guys aren't in the right spots. You go up to the National League and every guy in a practice or a game, 99% of the time is in the right spot and also makes the right play. Yeah, it's choppy out here now, but wait till we get to mid-season where it gets flowing. Like it's actually crazy.
It's crazy to know where to go.
Guys are. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
it is crazy to know where to go at when I don't think people realize how fast the game is. Like it'll make your head spin. Like even if you go to an NHL game and you sit on the glass or like you sit down low and you really pay attention to the speed of the game, it's unbelievable. So like take the speed of the game and you got to apply your mind to that too. It's not just about skating fast and stick handling fast. It's like your brain, this is cliche shit, has to work just as fast. And some guys can't do it. Some guys can.
No, obviously. Yeah, exactly. Some guys have all the tools, but no tool shed.
Yeah, it reminds me of Marty Firk.
Marty Firk. Oh my God.
Absolute.
The Grand Rapids tickling the ceiling legend over there.
Like why? Like he has one of the best shots I've ever seen, but he can't stick in the national. And this is no disrespect to Marty Firk. There's just something in his game where it's just like that's how good the NHL is.
No brain, no headaches for Marty Firk. There's that pass. Oh, it's just on edge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he was a guy that, you know, because he could play top line in the American League first power play. He's a great player. He is a great player. But when you get to the National Hockey League, even though you shoot at 3,000 miles an hour, sometimes if you don't make those little plays, you're not in the right spot. Defensively, you're a little bit of a bonehead. Oh my God.
Oh my Malkin.
That was sick.
Putting Ben Chariot, rolling him up into a spicy tuna roll.
Oh my
Somebody even
God.
say put him in a calzone and baked him at 450 degrees.
Spicy tuna with a side of avocado.
I mean,
Malkin is dancing tonight.
Yeah, he looks great.
He looks really good. Tangering down the wall there. Give the puck to Geno Malkin. Let him cook. Look at that sauce.
On the tape.
Oh.
I love how he throws the body too.
Yeah.
Like he finishes check right there. Like
if he has to fight, like he's never looking, dude, he's tough because he's so strong. Those Russians are just built different.
Russian shit.
It's that Cold War strength, man. Eastern Bloc, like.
I mean, that's what happens when you grow up ice fishing, you know, and you
and like hunting bears with your hands.
Yeah,
like Khabib, just nuts, folks. 7:37 left in the second frame. We are tied up with 11 shots. I guess that's 10-11 edge to the team that is winning. That is the Detroit Red Wings. It's 2-1. A little bit of a slow starting match for a Wednesday, but stay with us. Stay long, stay strong. Shout out Chris Moneymaker. Chris Moneymaker, Money Toker Furta. That guy, yes, legend. Not quite as good as Johnny Chan, I think, on the felt, but one of my favorites. One of my favorite guys to ever watch gamble, Phil Ivey.
Yeah.
Black dude, always had the fast shades on, would never blow his cover. Just, you never knew what he was thinking. He was Jimmy Bluffett, as I would say up there.
Yeah. Malkin, that dangle was so sick. I really wish he finished on that. That would have been unbelievable.
Get your dangle on.
The puck gets deep here. We are at the 7-minute mark. And wow, an absolute cheeseburger out front.
Cheeseburger Eddie. Good stick by Larkin there, 71, knocked down a play. I always practice that. Just those little sauce bats, as I call them. Knock that puck down, fella. Oh, my God.
There's a lot of what the hell happened there.
Oh my God, he just took his chin off.
There's a lot of active sticks in this game. There's a lot of pucks getting batted down, a lot of skates and shin guards getting involved. Chat, how you doing? We're going to get into a commercial break soon in this game, so load up the chat with any questions, comments, and concerns, and when the commercial breaks are going, we will get to them.
Most goals by Russian-born skaters of Evgeny Malkin, third all-time. Well, he's going to catch Fedorov. I do not think he's going to catch the grade 8. He's about, you'd have to times that about 2.25, like a Uber surging app charge at about 3 in the morning, leaving Boondocks. Folks, back to the place, 6:46 left. DeBrincat, I love that he wears number 93. 93 won the fella. What do we got? Come on, just like any sort of action. Like there's been no.
You know what I mean? Like every play has been like this. Like I'm kind of at a loss for words. Like I'm trying to comment the game, but
I know it's just like nothing in a high, like the house, right? You always call the high danger area in the zone the house. There's no chances in the house.
Like that. That's been happening all game. Like a potential.
I know. Like
zone entry and right there it is. I mean, you know, players are doing their jobs. That's what it's all about. But we want to see some action.
Action Jackson here. I might have to get another coffee Bailey's at me. Christian Fisher getting a touch here, using a white stick. Take it to the net, Fishy. Oh, not a bad look. A little sauce on that thing. It might be good. Oh, Petrie just throwing the puck.
What's going on here? Oh, there it is.
Hit the net. Jack Edwards sold dope to me in 6th grade. Jack Edwards, yeah, big sativa guy, likes to whack the bong. There are rumors per TNT specialist and Spit and Chicklets guru Paul Biznasty Bissonetta will always say that they have to put Jackie Edwards on the other side of the team hotel because he's always whacking the bong and it smells like that. He's getting the Jamaican sauna going, as I say. You hotbox the bathroom, you get the steamer sauna going with the shower. So, yeah, Jackie Edwards, shout out to him, dude. Smoking weed, doing what he does. Fucking right.
All right, we're going to take it to the chat real quick. We have what do we have here? Phil Ivey's a legend. Did we touch on this yet? Dude cheated in Baccarat and took the casino for $10 million in 2 days. I don't think he cheated, though. I think he had a loophole that they didn't cover.
Yeah.
They sued him.
Right.
Which is insane.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Phil, I don't think he can gamble anymore in Vegas. He's an Atlantic City guy now, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what he did, but whatever he did, if you can take any money from the fucking house,
sick.
Do it every time.
So sick.
Cheat in everything.
Yeah. Just to be that smart, though, like think about the wit, the Brendan Witt, if you will, that you have to have.
Yeah, the Jason Witten.
To outsmart. I'm trying to think of one. Just think about the one.
The Ryan Whitney.
Nice. I worked at a place called Whitendale's.
Yeah.
The Whitendale's. To outsmart a business and a tourist attraction that's been there for like a billion years, the Las Vegas Strip, and he goes in there and he outsmarts them. Like, what an absolute nail gun!
And not even
in really just fires me up.
Not even in a game like blackjack where people count cards. He's doing it in Johnny Baccarat. Like, that is so nasty.
The Asian people love Baccarat.
Oh yeah.
Quick Baccarat story.
Yeah, Asians do. Asian zing.
I went to Vegas actually.
He had a Joffrey loophole. Joffrey loophole.
Patty Joe, do I think this game hits over 6.5? I hope so. Quick Baccarat story. So I'm at the Wynn.
Talk to me.
And I don't really gamble there because all the minimums are 300. It's just out of control.
It's crazy. But it is the best place to pay. But go on.
Oh, it's so fun. It's so clean. Just the chicks, they have big boobies. It's awesome. And I was every now and then I'll get drunk and I'll wander over to the Wynn to just like, see how the people are living over there.
Right.
There's a group of Asian dudes at a Baccarat table. And it's me and my buddy. We're the only white kids in there. It doesn't really matter. I just want to emphasize the situation. There was one guy and he kept screaming, "Monkey, monkey, monkey." And I was like, what the fuck does monkey mean? I said to this guy next to me. And he goes,
"Funky monkey."
He goes, "That guy's betting $150,000 hands, and he's screaming monkey for good luck." And so it was some good luck thing,
right? And Funky monkey Malone.
Yeah, and then he told me that the group of Asian people at the Baccarat table, they rent a PJ from the Far East and specifically fly over to play blackjack at the Wynn.
At the Wynn.
How crazy of a lifestyle is that?
Number one, there's a lot to digest there. Without a side of Tums. Just to be able to live that lifestyle and do that is amazing, but put some respect on Steve Wynn's name too. If you're flying all the way across the world to go to Steve Wynn's facility, like, you're an absolute nail gun.
$150,000 hands as our TV just shuts off.
TV goes down. We're back
up. 4:47 remaining.
Oh my God! And Riley Smith cuts over the all. Yeah, that is amazing. Especially screaming monkey like that. You just know you're a little off, but in a good way. Besides the Vegas sports book, what are you guys playing in Vegas? I'm just a blackjack guy. I like to get on the craps table if the boys are around. I love Johnny Roulette too. Just go burn a quick 500 and probably lose it all in about 6 seconds on the roulette table. Honestly, like, I don't love to gamble, Rob. I'd rather sit in the Wynn sports book and just hammer bets all day and just drink like,
Oh!
Was that Jeff Petrie from the Coffin Corner? Did Copper? Oh my God! Good cop, bad cop, what a cop! Paul Port, Mall Cop, Andrew Cop gets it done. Wow, fella. The Tinty Vise. Okay, did he tip that? He's acting like he did.
I don't know what happened there.
If he didn't tip that, that'd be hilarious. He was just acting like it's his.
So we get the puck from south to north, and Petrie just kind of head up and just
Coffin Corner, shall we call that?
Oh, that was nasty.
That was nasty. Letang missing his check in front of the net. Is this a good goal? I think it is, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's close, fella. That's it. I think
I'm usually good at this too. I'm not going full Kaharski here. I think that's high.
I mean, I hope not for the game's sake. Are they going to review that? That's close. I would take a sniff in Toronto just on that. Yeah, I was going to say, you got to take a look. Call the boys in Toronto.
It's close.
See if they're smoking a doobie, and they got the read on this one. The old Patrick Reed.
Let's see where it touches on the blade. This is where you really want to get dialed, right?
Man, that might be high twig.
I think it's high. I hate to say it. Oh, they're playing on. We have a good hockey goal. That's high. I hate to say it. They should have challenged that.
I think so too. Yeah. Yeah. Mike Sullivan should have. Where's his video coach when you need him?
Yeah, that's a pretty wild no challenge. Okay, Swish, this just in.
What's up?
Thanks to the chat, monkey is a term for a face card. I didn't know that.
Was that per Darren?
So that's why the Asian dude was yelling monkey, monkey.
Wow.
I thought it was like a superstition thing, or somebody told me that. So I was also halfway in the bag. So
yeah, half cooked.
But he was yelling monkey, monkey, monkey.
So I guess we're not that big of gamblers if we don't know what that means. I feel like I'm kind of a fucking idiot now.
I play blackjack and roulette like crazy, and that's it. I know,
but you even think like you would have heard that.
Oh, right.
We're kind of turn-based guys.
Yeah, that is weird. I've never heard. And guess what? I go to Vegas 10 times a year, like no exaggeration.
Yeah, 10 times in 1 month one time.
Yeah. And I've never heard that, but shout out to the chat for coming through with that.
Yeah, that's great.
Because
I'm adding that to the bag.
Yeah, pretty sick.
I'm gonna start yelling monkey. You know, in Grand Forks, Rob, another thing, you can play blackjack at the bar. The max hand is $5 and the minimum is like $1. It's hilarious.
No way.
You can get on the
right
at the bar.
That's awesome. Do they have casinos there?
No, just that you can just play at the bars.
No shit.
Yeah, you just
Fuck
play.
yeah, dude.
They have felt tables everywhere.
Double down, always, folks.
Yeah.
Split the nines.
Split the nines.
Are you
Split
supposed
the
to split nines?
I
don't know. I think it depends. Yeah.
Yeah, by the book, whatever. It depends what the dealer's showing.
Sometimes I love going off the book. It depends on who you're playing with because people get super rattled.
They get super rattled, but that's kind of funny in itself. That might be a penalty. No,
yeah.
Achari, a little push into the boards there. Huso's mask is actually garbage. Yeah, it's not perfect. Actually, shout out to our guy that designs them though. His name is Bona. He was my equipment manager in Finland, in Helsinki. So he makes all these masks. He paints them all like very like old school classic masks, especially for his Finnish guys. He's a beauty though, so you can't dog on him. But yeah, maybe you could retweak that a little bit. I don't know. That's for them to decide.
Yeah, and whoever just said, I think I know who this is actually, who's the troll in the chat saying, "Where's the goddamn pod this week?" This has nothing to do with that. So just to let you know, I'm not going to talk about that, obviously, but this, everything I'm doing hockey wise has nothing to do with that not coming out. So if I had control of the Twitch, we have a penalty here coming up. Okay, now you yell monkey when you want a dealer to bust. All right, we're having conflicting reports here of what monkey means, but at least we know it means something.
Yeah, we got that. We got the news on that. Jansen Harkins, 2 minutes in the sin bin here, folks. Detroit going to the power play. They could put this game out of reach here, fella.
Yep. 2 minutes left here in the mid frame. Let's get a good power play. Let's snap it around here. Oh! A missile of a pass.
Meat missile.
Oh!
Davy Perron no longer has the white boots on, but still getting it done. Is he playing net front there? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wow.
Just picking up the trash like a Monday morning.
Yeah. Just like a fucking mob run, burying the bodies. Davy Perron, sneaky good career, man.
Yeah,
really good.
Creep into that position right there.
Yeah, just kind of knowing to play, banging it home.
Okay, so can you confirm monkey means face card? We got a little bit carried away with the
the back wrap, but that's good to know. Good to know. Funky monkey, space monkey, perfect. 2:11 to play here in the second period, folks. As Davy Perron sucks back a little bio steal, good goal there. We got 4-1. Going to be interesting. What was that over? 8.5? Would you say it was?
The over is 6.5.
6.5. That'll probably hit. I was going to say 8.5 is a little high, but yeah. Pittsburgh down and dirty here. Only 12 SOGs on net.
Crazy.
Tough to score. Yeah, I don't know if they get to. I don't know. They're gonna have to go Pepperdine University in the third period and start hammering Huso with some pills. But
not looking Lawrence, perfect. I got you. I understand now. All right, we have a 4-1 game.
Stu goddamn Barnes. Stewie Ferda.
I would love to see Malkin get crazy or Crosby get crazy here and really like make a statement. Like show these guys that you're not finished yet. I mean, they're a veteran team. They're gonna have to make a push early in the third. Malkin throwing the body. I love that. Malkin back checking. I love to see it.
Good pull-up play by Kopp. Oh, you got to throw that on the tape, brother.
Too hot, eh?
Way too hot. Hot and ready like a Little Caesars pizza. Shout out Detroit, a $5 grease wheel. Oh, my God, that almost went off of gravy. Dude, why did Petrie throw that in? So it's just a little butter sauce, I think, no? And just lay it in there.
Maybe a 56, just lay it up right there?
Yeah, he tried to go chunk and run. It's like, dude, just lay it up. Little flop shot right in there. Perfect.
We have a penalty on Larkin. I mean, this is you know what? It always pisses me off when a penalty gets split up between the periods.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you do get a fresh sheet coming into the third now, but also I don't like when it's split up. Like you should be
able to decide if it's in under 2 minutes. Like, do you want to take the power play now? Oh my God!
Oh, hold on a minute,
folks! It's Wednesday night, the night you love to hate to booze, rivalry night. Oh my God! Is he throwing muffins with his gloves on there? Larkin gonna go here? Stay out there for the PK fella. Drag him into the fight. Pettersson. Okay, now we're going. Oh,
Jesus Christ!
He's swinging out of his shoes there, Larkin.
What is he saying? All game, all game.
All game, all day or something? I don't know. Detroit might make the playoffs. Yzerman might be the best GM of all time. They could squeeze in this year. I don't think they're really playing for this year necessarily. Like they're playing for future years in the Yzer plan. But this team, man, every year they continue to get better. I don't know if he's the best GM of all time yet, but what a hockey mind.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he's the GOAT, right?
So what happened here? Wallman and Crosby are mixing it up? Or sorry, Russ? Or no, Crosby.
Well, a little bit there. I think right away it was Wallman and Jeff Carter, no? Or was that Wallman and Rust? And then it kind of transpired to, I don't know how Larkin got in there. Look at him just going full fucking Randy Orton mode. Takedown.
Jesus Christ.
Squares up. You want it?
Pedersen just doesn't drop the gloves, huh? Oh, there they go.
Look at this swing, though. Larkin literally swinging out of his shoes.
Oh,
my God.
If that connected.
The old Chuck and Duck, eh? The old Chuck and Duck.
If that connected, there might be a stretcher on the ice.
Most Cider, does he have hair plugs? Like, holy salad, fella. My God. Let's see what kind of comes on after this.
Chat, get things fired up because we're holding strong in the Twitch. How many people are 25 in the Twitch?
25 in the Twitch, folks.
We have a 5-1 in Senators Capitals. Senators have the lead. But yeah, let's get the chat fired up.
Yeah, what do we get?
Intermission here.
What do we got for scores around the league? Is there only 2 games tonight?
Yeah.
Who's the other game? It's Washington.
Yeah, Capitals at Senators. Senators are up 5-0 at the end of 2.
Is it crazy to say, like, even though the Senators might become nasty, like just something with their jersey, and I don't know, man. Like, you know, I think they have a great team, great players. Is it just something about Ottawa? Just I don't know.
Yeah, Ottawa's Ottawa.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, I hope they do great. That coach there's a nail gun, DJ Smith. I think Kachuk's awesome. Even though he's kind of a little bit ugly, but whatever. He makes $8.5 million a year, so who fucking cares?
Yeah, you're not ugly after that.
He's a sick player. That Stutzel's a great player. Chicky Parm, I call him, good player. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. They might
Sanderson.
They're kind of in the same boat as Detroit, but maybe a little bit more high end skill. Oh my Malkin,
he's gonna
drag and shoot fella. Carlson, move your boots. Get to the middle. Give it to Gino's got the hot twig tonight.
Oh,
sauce. That was so sick. Went through the box, up and out. Oh my God, chucking and ducking. Malkin's going out.
Yeah, Malkin's going off tonight.
Yeah.
Look at Husso giving a little. Holy shit! Look at Malkin.
Malkin, yeah, he's not fucking around. He's
burying
his head into the ice. That doesn't feel great.
The ref's like, let go.
Oshie and Sanderson playing against each other. Yeah, shout out Nodak. Shout out Oshie, man. He's going to get 1,000 games this year if he can stay healthy. That guy's just a warrior on the ice. Like, he's not that big either.
Who?
He just kills guys.
Oshie?
Yeah.
I have a bias against him. I don't like him.
I know. Glenn bias. Lenny bias.
Yeah.
Just because of his shootout moves?
No, not because of that. It's because he hit Bo Bennett from behind, separated his shoulder.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Yep. I love the competitor in Malkin, though. Like,
and Cider's not a small dude.
No, he's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
I was thinking, like, why is he doing this? Because they're down 4-1.
Yeah.
Like,
who cares? He's got 1. He should have like 3 tonight, the way he's dangling, the way he's seeing it.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have he doesn't have that mojo on his side right now. Sid, honestly, hasn't got the puck in the middle of the ice where he's been able to skate through the middle and make a play, or even like possession time down low. Why is he using Comfort?
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Davey Perron, has he not scored yet until this game? Maybe he went to Comfort stick because he's normally a CCM guy.
Yeah.
And I think Comfort is a Bauer guy. Don't quote me on that because these guys are always changing, but that's funny to see.
Comfort is the last time I checked, he's a P92 CCM guy.
He's a CCM, okay.
P92.
P92 confirmed.
You see Crosby, you can't let him do that. Is what he said to the ref. I don't know.
Sid still uses the old 8K bucket. That's so
sick.
So sick. They don't even make those anymore. He just ordered 40 at a time one year.
He's got to be the only guy in the league with that.
Yeah. Like that bucket is so sick. So what do we make out of that? After all of that, was it?
I think they offset.
Wow. Offset out of Migos. Okay, folks. 4-1 after the second frame shots. 19-14 Detroit. Wednesday night hockey. That is Hockey Night in Scottsdale, live from the north side. Kenny Albert on the call, a young up-and-coming Detroit team facing off against the old veterans, the oldest team in the league. Average age of the Penguins, 30.5.
Shout out to Ruben in the chat. That's an OG from the Wet Jeans podcast. Tonight is the changing of the guard in the Atlantic. 12 games tomorrow, fellas. Rest up. Malkin with the face wash was great. Gino Malkin may have a UFC career after he hangs the skates up. Could you imagine him just in the
just piss pumping guys?
How heavy do you think he is? 220?
He's lean. So, yeah, I mean, he's big, 6'3", 220, I would say is fair. But, yeah, just like those guys always look a little smaller than they actually – like, they're just wiry. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to fuck with them.
No, yeah.
Germany low-key building a juggernaut. Lyon, Cider, Stutzla. Yeah, I think so. I think that whole region, be even playing last year in Switzerland, Rob. I think just that whole area of Europe, hockey's getting a lot better. You see it even with the Swiss guys, the Fondue League getting a lot better.
Fondue!
You have a lot of good players, even like Nico Hischier, who's a number 1 overall pick. So I think like Switzerland, Germany, these countries, they're a little behind, but they are playing a lot of catch up here. And even like Finland, where I was for a year, these countries are catching up to, the big dogs in terms of Canada, U.S., especially for how small some of these nations are. Finland, like 8 million people. Switzerland, not that many people play hockey. But still, on the rise, and it's good to see because, hey, baby, hockey's for everyone.
When I started to realize that was when the World Juniors, it wasn't just automatically Canada against USA. It was like Finland won. Sweden made it far. And these teams are like starting to get real good. And it's like it trickles down or it trickles up, I guess you could say, into the NHL. I mean, I noticed it in World Juniors when teams
100%
growing up. It would just be like, okay, well, who's Canada playing in World Juniors?
Right.
Like they're making it through automatic. Now it's not like that.
No, it used to just be like the Boxing Day special game the day after Christmas. They would always play Canada versus U.S. and be like, okay, can USA sneak into the final against Canada because they win it every goddamn year?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, wow, these nations are pretty good. There's a lot of good players. And, dude, shout out to USA Hockey even.
Yeah.
USA Hockey is challenging Canada. I think they might be better young players in terms of like the real young guys born in like 2000.
Yeah.
That are, challenged in some of these Canadian players. Now, Canada's always going to have McDusty. They'll have McKinnon. But these guys like Jack Hughes' age, even Zegras, Caulfield, there's a lot of good young talent, man.
It really is, man.
It's cool to see Jake Sanderson even. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I think, time will tell. But it's cool to see that even USA Hockey is kind of making the next step.
Yeah, I actually didn't even know Sanderson was American.
Yeah, his dad was Canadian. He was like a dually and decided ultimately to go with U.S., which I always respect, which is nails.
Hell yeah.
Boozle wants to know what kind of night it is. I don't know, dude. Wednesday night, like it's a sneaky night. It's got to be a sneaky attack type player,
Yeah, and also for me, it's like we're getting on a bird tomorrow to go to North Dakota, so it's the night before a travel night. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of gonna take it easy because the next 3 days are about to be. Trust me, you're gonna see the tweets, you're gonna see the content. It is going to be a shitstorm.
Yeah, and
in a good way.
Yes. And I'd even like to say that we could take it easy tomorrow because Friday's a work day, but I just think when you roll into the Chosen City and you see those lights like I talked about, it's pure blackness. All you can see is the fucking northern lights, and then all of a sudden you roll up to the Chosen City, Vegas of the North, Grand Forks, North Dakota. It's like, well, I got to go to the bar, right? Got to get something to eat. I got to get a Tombstone frozen pizza, 12 beers, whatever it is, play some blackjack. So I think tonight is like a stay-at-home D kind of night, right? Like you're not going to the bar, stay at home, get it up the wall, prepare for tomorrow. And then, my God, all bets are off, fella.
Yeah. I think tomorrow we're gonna play it right, get a little feel out. I'm excited, dude. I keep saying it over and over, but like I love going into. I think over the past year, I've traveled to more places than ever. Like I actually got TSA pre-check now. I never needed it. I never fucking went anywhere. So I've realized like how much I really enjoy going to a new place, and it doesn't matter where it is.
Yep.
As long as it's not on the Gaza Strip, I'm excited to go. So I can't wait to see what it's all about, and just even interacting with the people online that are in the area. They're all just kind of my speed. Like,
they're great people.
Yeah, they're just like, let's strap on the boots.
Yes.
Let's get to work. Let's stick our boots in the mud. Let's never give up. And let's just have a good night. And that's what North Dakota seems like to me. So I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not Epstein Island or the Gaza Strip, you're pretty much in play. And I just think, like, for you to experience, you're an East Coast guy. You've lived on the West Coast for a long time. I think these are the type of people that you're really gonna be able to get down and dirty with.
Yeah.
Like you say, get in the fucking trenches.
Yeah. People that are
have a fireball shot, maybe puking, down your shirt.
Yeah.
And then just rally again and get back on it and like, let's go. Like I took one on the jaw and okay, we're here to play. That's what North Dakota is like. And yes, I agree with T. Spence. Chris Tanev kind of night, even like a Mark Eaton back in the day. I want a guy like, just a real stay-at-home D, maybe put up 5 points a year, but just like you don't really notice him out there. So even, Pellick, some of these guys, Midwest, I just can't wait to get up to Grand Forks. It's always a treat, and you're going to see this place, and it's going to be, one, it's going to be hilarious, and two, you're going to have the time of your life just because the people, man. It's they definitely know how to drink and get drunk.
Yeah, and Will Ferrell, we're going to be, I think we're going to be downtown tomorrow. How excited? When's the last time you were back? You said during the summer?
Yeah, I was up there. I try to get up there like once a year, but in terms of a game, like I've never seen a game there.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
I've never seen, the one game, I played 142 games there. I missed one game. They suspended me for missing a university life class 3 times. So I had to watch one game, but I never sat in the stands. I was just down below. It was the first game of the year, my sophomore year against Vermont. So I missed one game out of the years, suspended for it, academic probation, some bullshit. But never seen a game. My cousin's going to be there, Rob. We're going to be fucking mixing it. Minnesota. We'll have to go up to the Oregon bar, which is, there's 2 of them, one on each side of like the end walls up top. So, I mean, this place is mint, dude. They have leather seats in the ring.
That's so sick.
Taj Mahal.
So your cousin plays for the team.
Yeah. He's our first or second line center.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
He drafted?
Yeah, Bruins. Late, but yeah.
That's unreal.
Yeah. So fired up for Grand Forks again, folks. That is this Saturday, the 21st. That is October 21st. We'll be there yucking it up, talking about the previous night's match, the shenanigans that went on. We have Tony Herkus stopping by, former 1987 Hobie Baker award winner. So fired up for that. Heat Daddy in the mix, showing him a good time.
That'd be so sick.
Gonna hit both games. Gonna do a little locker room tour content series. We'll be rolling that out on Sunday. So, folks, can't wait to get up there. If you're in the greater Grand Forks area, if you're in Minnesota and Minneapolis, St. Cloud, Duluth, maybe you're in Winnipeg, slide down the I-29, fella. It's gonna be worth it.
I think people might.
Shaker, dude. It's gonna be rock star shit.
People are telling me like they might drive across. I didn't realize how close it was to Minnesota. Like whenever I think of the Midwest, just because like I'm ignorant when it comes to this part of the country, I always feel like everything's so far apart. Like it's not like where I'm from on Long Island. There's a new town every 5 paces you walk. Like every 5 steps you walk, you're in a new town. There's a billion different towns. So it's gonna be real cool to see people coming. How's the trim up there?
Trim's all right. I mean, like you said, like it's like there's a town. It's not like out east, right? There's a town. There's no shortage of land. Let's put it that way. But yeah, dude, trim. College girls, like I said on the pod, when we did the rip the wet jeans, a lot of 7s.
Okay.
8s. A lot of girls that come up from Minneapolis, blondes. Actually, North Dakota, like I was telling you, just in general, has sneaky talent because there's a lot of Norwegian girls.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just something in the water. They've always been up there. Since the time immigrants or whatever migrants came over. A lot of blonde girls, a lot of blue eyes. So there is good trim in the North Dakota area. Gals our age. Now we'll get slim picking because a lot of those go off the big board. If you're doing your fantasy draft, those are the first rounders. Those are the elite prospects. Now, maybe some of those are coming off a divorce. Maybe they're looking to buy back into the roulette table. So we'll see. We're hopefully going to be able to get over to the Pita Pit, which the boys shake it up at. Hopefully get a Saturday night win. Stop over there.
Need that win.
Yeah, we need a win so bad. I was talking to my cousin today. Like we need a sweep, but if you're going to lose Friday. Like we need the Pita Pit.
Yeah.
We do. So bad.
Yeah, we need a Saturday win, like, for the boys. Like, it's so funny that you told him that, and he's going to be in the game. Like,
yeah, like, come on, man. Like, let's get a sweep, but, like, okay, if we're splitting 50-50, because it's going to be a tough series, right? We're playing number 1. This is the number 1 team in all of the land. North Dakota ranked 5. So,
yeah,
fired up for that. Folks,
it's crazy.
All good. And anyone stopping by or actually going to the game this weekend or just in the general Grand Forks area, you got to stop by the Sioux Shop. Butter Golf's got some Forks hats. They're limited edition. I'm gonna go put one on right now, but they're pretty sick. And if you could, you want a Forks hat, it's going to be a green out on Friday. So these hats are green. Go check them out. They're at the Sioux Shop. They're pretty dope. I've been tweeting about it. I've been Instagramming about it.
Hell yeah.
Talking missionary.
Yep. And from Zikamos, you got to find that Pavel Datsyuk 7th round trim. That is such a good analogy. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be fun, man. I keep saying it, but it's going to be cool, too, to come back next week and then talk about the weekend. You guys should tune in for that. Obviously, we're going to put out the show while we're there. But it's gonna be good to have people following along for this journey and paying attention to what we're doing. How did BU get a first place vote after dropping one to under 18? Wow, they lost to the program?
Yeah, they lost to you.
Holy shit, how good are those kids coming up?
It's insane.
Or how bad is BU?
They lost 8-1, dude.
Holy shit.
They didn't just lose. They got absolutely piss pounded. And I don't know what Jay Pandolfo is the new head coach there, former National Leaguer, won a bunch of cups in New Jersey.
Jersey Devil.
Shout out Lou Lamarillo. Love bringing up that guy, the fucking gangster. Made for him.
I always shit on him on Twitter.
Do you?
Well, I just think it's funny. It makes guys trim their face.
So funny. You even have to do it in the jungle there.
Really?
Oh yeah. You get like a
in Bridgeport. You have to look.
I got traded to Bridgeport from Toronto, and you have your own razor just hanging up like right on the mirror. Oh yeah. I showed up the first day at like a 5 o'clock shadow, and his kid's the assistant GM, Chris. He's like, hey, in his Rhode Island accent, hey Jordan, just make sure you tidy it up. Lou might be stopping by tomorrow.
I don't like that. Like it bothers me.
I don't like it either, but I think it's so cool that how well he takes care of his players.
Yeah.
So I'd be willing to shave my face for Lou.
Okay.
Because he's such a gangster.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like I don't love that, but I love that he has those rules because of what he'll do for the players.
Okay, that makes sense.
He literally, Rob, is a gangster. That guy, he's all time.
Okay.
Yeah. And he knows everything.
Yeah, that's part of like that me being a fan from the outside looking in, where it's just I think it's funny I always tweet that he makes the players shave their pubes and like he does a pube check. So
for sure.
I'm still gonna tweet that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
What up, Second Source LC? Thanks for saying yo.
Yo fella. What up?
Yeah, coming into
You want some more water, fella?
Yeah, I actually do.
It's dry in the desert.
Yeah, it is dry. I'm actually pumped for all the people that are listening out there that know we're in Arizona, we're in Scottsdale. I'm actually pumped to go back to the cold. Not like it's going to be snowing and miserable. I'm actually excited for that crispy air, just that cold, crispy air. And guess what? A lot of people probably don't think this because I always look like a shithead. I like that winter drip. I like that hoodie jacket combo. I think that maybe a scarf. If I might get, I'm definitely gonna wear a scarf. I don't know if that's too bougie for North Dakota. What do you think?
Yeah, it might be like I might sure we could be feminine if you're wearing a scarf, but like
that's just my style. Though. I'm not afraid to rock it.
Do whatever you need to do, but yeah, for sure. Like scarf, dude. Try like.
Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty fun. It's very nice.
Ottawa has 4 goals on 14 shots. And now 5 goals on 15 shots. Shout out to Chen in the chat who said it's nice up here, nice fall weather. Yeah, we're going at the perfect time.
We gotta try to interview a couple of the boys after a game too.
Yeah,
we need some wins so we get some real content. But yeah, no man, we're jacked up. We're gonna have a bunch of content for you guys. We'll be vlogging it live, whatever. Dude, we're going full tilt.
Yeah, I can't wait. It actually feels like it's. I don't know, how long have we been planning this?
We started talking about it, I think, like midsummer, like July or August, at least August. And we're like, I'm like, if I'm going to be retiring or stepping away from the game, which folks, I haven't hung up the you never know.
Yeah.
Comeback season could be there. But yeah, we were talking about like, if I'm not playing, like, let's do this trip because I mean, I think the last time the Gophers were up at UND has been like 3 or 4 years. And
really?
You wanted, I was just telling you, like, you got to get up and see this. And if I'm there, like, we're doing it. And I'm glad we're fucking making it happen.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It actually doesn't feel like it's happening.
No,
it's not going to feel real until we touch down.
You can tell Gage picks us up with some road rockets.
Then it's going to be like, oh shit, dude, I'm in North Dakota.
Yeah.
That's going to be weird for me. I'm not going to lie. Like, I looked at a map actually last night. I was in bed and I was like, let me just pull up a map of the country.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize like North Dakota wasn't like straight up. It's just like, bro, it's like the middle of the country.
Middle of the country.
I was like, holy shit,
middle
dude.
of America in the armpit. That's no disrespect. I fucking love the place, but it's basically, I mean, it's Canada, dude. And
yeah, like
and
not in a bad way.
no, and it's just funny. Like this weekend, Rob, like every hotel, like you could stay at like the Spring Hill Suites. It's like $800 a night. You know, it's just crazy.
That's crazy.
We could barely get a hotel room, and we were booking it, months out of end. So pretty funny.
Is our room situation handled?
Yep.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Okay, cool. But yeah, that I'm really excited, man. I think I'm trying to think of like the last random place I went because I'm always bouncing around, but it's always like New York or California. Like it's places I already know, or Florida. Like I don't know where the last like random fucking place I was. And with all due respect to you, indeed, not that it's like random in a negative way. I just mean I can't think of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're doing here. So, folks, again, we're hammering away at this, but we just can't wait to get up there. We can't wait for our live show. Again, that's at Joe Black, Saturday, the 21st, 2:30 p.m. across your jaw. We're gonna try to make it as entertaining as we can for you guys. We have some special guests. We have some people coming up. We'll be doing some competitions, chug offs, hopefully getting some girls involved, just making it fun, making it crispy. And then, after the show, sticking around Blacks a little bit before the game and tying one on with you guys, doing a couple Wonder Woman shots. How are ya?
And somebody
go from there.
And someone messaged me. There's no tickets needed to go to this. Someone literally just DM me right now. Ticket sales are cover at the door. No. I mean, I don't even know about the cover at the door.
No cover charge, and dude, if anything, we'll be handing out drinks to you guys.
So, I mean, we're doing it for the love of the game at this point.
We're literally doing it for the love of the game. So get up there, come see us, come chop it up. Again, once we get off stage, we'll be ready to go. Guns up blazing.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I even don't shut the fuck up. Like I met some kids from Toronto at Boondocks one night, and I felt like they were like, all right, I've had enough of this guy. Like sometimes I don't know when to like people say what's up, and I'm just like, oh yeah, what's up, blah blah. Like I was just in Philly when I got kicked out of that wedding, and I went out with these two random kids, and I don't know how it happened, but I spent the whole night with these fucking kids.
I've never seen that. You get like 4 tarp swaps in one night.
Yeah.
You have to get a tarp swap up in GF.
Someone will ask me for one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone actually asked me at Boondocks.
I saw that.
Yeah. Someone came up to me and they were like,
can we swap?
Yeah. And I was like, absolutely. That's like my thing. Got bitched up by security, but it is what it is. A tarp swap. You have to respect it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. I think a tarp swap at the Ralph Engelstad Arena would be iconic for you, especially like mid-game. Not even in the concourse. We're talking like mid-second period. It's a 2-2 game, and it's just a tarp swap.
Like the play is going on behind us.
Yeah, exactly. Like UND goes to the power play, and Robbie Gucci's doing a tarp swap. So. Folks, as we go into the third period here, not a whole lot going on in this game, if we're being honest, but we're going to stay on the chat, stay with you live. Again, Hockey Night in Scottsdale. I think there's about maybe 3 or 4 minutes left until we are live from Detroit, a.k.a. Motor City. One of my favorite spots, just the greasiness, grittiness, blue-collar town, and Little Caesars Arena. You can't beat it. It's a great barn.
Yeah. Will says tarp swap on Friday could be the play. Yeah, absolutely. Like Swish said, yeah, and Saturday, but we're going to be in the mix. I actually didn't know that we were sitting in a suite on Saturday. Like I can't explain to you how pumped I am. That's so sick.
Yeah. Sitting in a suite on Saturday. We'll have we can even go chop it up in my uncle's suite on Friday night, but yes, confirmed 2 seats in the suite all in Saturday night. How are ya? Yeah,
coming up on a third.
Yep, coming up in the third here, folks. Puck drop from Motor City, seconds away. Believe we have Sid taking the draw. 3 pens in the box.
I'm gonna tweet out that we're going live here.
Yep, folks, live from Scottsdale,
and we have puck drop. Come on, what the fuck? Apparently the Sens are beating the shit out of somebody out of the Capitals.
Out of the Capitals?
And a little baseball action. The Astros are up 5-2 on the Rangers at the bottom of the 5th.
So they're playing a little bit better ball.
6-1 Senators. Hold on. I got to put the mic down real quick. Excuse me, people.
Folks, Rob Gucci set the mic down to get his Twitter fingers going. 4-on-4 hockey here in Detroit. Jeff Petrie, oh my God. Shane Gostisbehere, former Desert Dog Coyote, steps into one in this high slot. That was a great play by Petrie there, kind of around the net, scanning what he had, and ultimately found Well, his D partner streaking down the middle and got good wood on that one-timer. Good chance. A little bit more over the pad. That's a goal. I'd like to see Pittsburgh get back in this game a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe
me too.
just challenge the game a little bit here.
Yeah. And you know what? They're on TNT. You want to have it be a close game. And Gary's, somewhere with the Hawkeye looking down saying, come on, Sid, or come on, Gino, like get me a goal. Like, let's get this thing maybe into overtime for the public here. It's always good to have a tight game on national television if you're in the business operations of the National Hockey League.
Absolutely. I mean, we're two guys in Scottsdale talking on the couch, but as professionals, even in Atlanta for TNT, I feel like this game hasn't given them much to talk about, right? Yeah. And they got all intermission to kind of come up with a game plan and, angle it how they want. We're just two guys talking on the fly. Ooh. What a play by
DeBrincat. Fucking play.
Oh, my slippery by Migos. Slippery. Excuse me. Please me.
Shout out to the Migos over here.
Yeah, speaking of Atlanta, shout out to the Migos. Those guys are still getting it done. Obviously, losing one of their guys. So.
We're going to have Offset on the show next week.
Oh, Pepperdine.
Nice shot. Yeah. Shout out to Pepperdine University.
See, to me, like a guy like Carlson this year, I don't want to say it, but he's not skating as well.
No, he's not.
This is games 2 or 3 that I've seen him play. He's not skating like he did last year. And that's a guy that had a lot of growing issues, a lot of hip issues. It seems like his stride right off the gates, the Kevin Gates, the Antonio Gates, are not as strong.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing in Man Jose, there's not much to do other than focus on hockey. So maybe going from Man Jose to Pittsburgh,
right?
Kind of like, not that there's a whole lot to do in Pittsburgh, but there's a lot more to do in Pittsburgh than Man Jose, and he's a little distracted, and he's kind of got more dust on the wheels, if you will.
Right. Yeah, dust on the wind. I don't know. It just, even playing in San Jose last year, playing in the Pacific, the division was so down and not a lot of pressure, not a lot of, eyes on you. It just seems like last year he was skating better right away. And who am I to say, sit on a couch? But that's just, it looks like that to me. It doesn't look as powerful.
Yeah. As we got 16:52 remaining here in the third, if you want to sync up your feed with our feed, I think on Twitch and YouTube, they could sync it up easily. But if you're watching on Twitter, it's just going to be the delay. That's just Biden's America. But 16:39 on the clock in the final frame here as Crosby whips it over to whoever the hell that is, who gets it over to Jeff Carter, who gets it in. Sometimes I can't see in these Pit Vipers.
That's exactly. I can't really see either, but you kind of gotta.
Oh, a good dish from Crosby.
Speaking of the double, he shoves it right down our throat. Carlson. Oh my God.
That always happens.
Always happens. I kind of like it. You chirp a guy and he goes right at it. But yeah, sacrificing a little vision for the style, Rob, with the Pit Vipers and the Oakleys, the Troy Lees. This always happens. You chirp a guy, he scores, ends up making a sick play. This is
every time.
Look at this shot.
I mean, that's just a Norris defenseman making 11 bananas a year.
That was sick.
I mean, head up all the way, just a little flick of the wrist.
Chen.
Look at the flick of the wrist.
Flick it, though. Chen, 7-7-4. Going to Red Pepper after touchdown tomorrow. Oh, Rob, wait till you see the Red Pepper fellow.
What's the Red Pepper fellow?
It's a taco establishment. They have cheese tostadas. They have these tacos. It's unbelievable, especially after the bar when you're about 10 deep. It's my favorite restaurant in the city. I basically grew up with white sauce as my, more or less my tiger blood in me.
Okay.
It's amazing. Taco spot. It's just like greasy, junky kind of food, but
love that.
So good.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why I have love handles. I mean, I am built like a Capri Sun pouch. And I'd say that the reason why I'm shaped like a toaster oven is because I love nothing more than to ignore every girl and then just stuff my face after the bar. I love it. You know who loves to do that? Shout out to Wes, my buddy Wes. Him and I took down a massive pizza the last time he was in town.
Where'd you grab it from?
Joe's. It's right in Old Town. Right? It's really shitty, but there's no other options.
Yeah, I've puked a few times after eating Joe's.
Yep. And I actually have a video of us standing on the tables in there doing the Stone Cold with the beers over our heads in Joe's.
That is so
shout out to Scottsdale PD that did not arrest us for that.
That is so nailed.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, it's always good to have a go-to spot for food right after you get done with a long shift. Yeah, flooring it,
and you can even eat it sober. It's that good. And Will O'Connell asked Red Pepper or Parrots K. Parrots K is a local spot in town. It's a little slice of Margaritaville right on the south end of town. 5 o'clock somewhere. They're always. They got a nice beach vibe for a place that can get down to -40. But I would say Pepper hands down. I have Red Pepper inside of it's probably my favorite restaurant in the world.
Wow.
So that's my place. It's a place that's always been close to our family. My grandpa was best friends with the owner that, kind of started the Pepper back in the day. Shout out Bruce Tellman. So it's a place that's near and dear to my heart. We would get it like catered in to so we'd be playing, say I'd be playing in St. Louis or San Antonio. They do these red pepper grinder kits where they'll send you it on dry ice to your door.
Holy shit.
The same day. And I'd be getting that 1 to 2 times a year. So this is a place that I just love.
Yeah.
And everyone that goes to school there or is from there, they know this spot. So it's a staple in town. We'll take you right there. It's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, we might need to buy a stroller to push me around in because I'm going to be absolutely pickled.
Yep.
And to the 98 people on Twitter that just tuned in here because I retweeted it, we are talking about North Dakota. We're talking hockey. We're talking this weekend.
We're talking 2 chicks. We're talking 2 cups. We're talking red pepper, Joe Blacks, whatever, folks. So
and we have 14:59 remaining in the third period here. We have a 4-2 hockey game.
Man, if Pittsburgh gets another one here by the 8-minute marker, look out.
Yeah.
Build that momentum. Who knows? They kind of lulled them to sleep a little bit, and now they get that goal with Carlson. And
folks, and the whistle goes.
That is no goals. No
was
goal.
Was that Fish that shot that? Oh,
yeah. Too bad it was only 9 seconds after the whistle, Fish. But good shot. Puck's on net.
Gotta get the biscuit on the basket. What's the whistle for?
I don't know. Why'd he blow it?
I mean, it went off.
I mean, there's no goal. It's not even close.
But what was the whistle? Offside?
I don't know, but look at Fishy's got a little shiner there on the right cheek. Kind of looks like a piece of eye black, like us at the batting cage the other week.
I think that happened. I think we were watching it. Have we watched Detroit yet? I don't know. I was watching a game where he went right off into the tunnel after something.
Okay.
A couple games ago.
Yeah. No, we haven't watched the Dirty yet. Oh my God.
And we're gonna have a penalty upcoming here. I believe.
Who's that on? Is that
hooking?
Are they sending?
It's gonna be interference or hooking on Jeff Petrie dish. 2 minutes for hooking.
Jay Simp, yo, Heat Daddy, you going to the Royal Rumble in Tampa? Got early access code if you need. Oh, he's plugging you up if you need it.
That's absolutely hilarious. It depends. When is it? All right. The Penguins have a chance to make Gary Bettman very happy and make this a close game on national television here. I don't know if I agree with the call. I mean, he was kind of on him a bit, but big hammer.
That is a hilarious shot by Malkin right there. No,
like it's the power play.
No screen from 50 feet out. That was so funny. Just trusting your clapper that much.
That's so sick.
That was a routine save. It was actually kind of a hammer, but that was so funny. Just tease up a clapper. That is so good.
They have full possession.
Yeah, no screen. Power play. That's great. You'd love to see that. That's confidence, bro.
Yeah, imagine that went in.
Imagine you just tickled the twine. Oh, my God, that almost went in. Dick Raquel. Oh, Crosby.
You have Raquel, Crosby. Carlson creeping in.
Creeping.
Gensel and Malkin.
That's not good.
I was going to say he was going to keep that. Yeah, I mean, you got to go high off the glass or right up the middle maybe.
Is it crazy to say? I was going to say, is Gensel? He has to be in this unit, right?
Yeah, he is.
I was going to say. That'd be insane.
Yeah, time check. We're at 13:26, 13:25, 13:23.
Yeah, we got 54 seconds, 53 seconds, and counting on this power play. The man advantage for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Wow, a little give and go there with Ghost and Joe Veleno.
If you got to wrap it around there, man.
See, what have their power plays been all night? I feel like we've just been watching them chase the puck when they're on the man advantage all night.
I feel like that's kind of why we've been talking about other shit.
Yeah.
Because there hasn't been any flow this game.
No, even last game when it was not great with Bedard and 34, Toronto, I feel like there was a little bit more action even that, just like sustained pressure tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my God, a cop shot out of a goddamn cannon.
Jesus.
Oh, my Nick Cannon.
And we're going to get a shootout, a penalty shot, I believe.
Shot? Send him to the line. Send him to the line.
He's ready to point. Yep, there it is.
That's number 4, Wes McCulley. We're going to the line. Fucking rights, Wes. Wes McCulley was drafted?
No way.
He's a Michigan State Spartan. He played a little pro. Wes McCulley, shout out. Best referee in the game, number 4. Sending him to the line. I love that.
We got a penalty shot here, folks. Strap in your boots.
Folks,
Put on the seatbelt.
the most exciting moment of the hockey game comes with 12:43 left in the third period. Wow, Andrew Kopp, man. He was absolutely humming.
He really puts the I was gonna say a racist joke about a cop
Yeah.
chasing a black guy, but I won't say it.
No, don't say it. Just kind of paint that picture. And folks, we're back. What do you think he's doing? Is he going to the same movie? There's no way he's going to try the backhand slip again, is he?
I think he's gonna
Under the
shoot it.
wickets?
Yep. And
How'd
he
that stay
missed.
out?
I knew he was gonna do that too. Fuck, he yells.
Well,
yeah, I don't know, man. If you're gonna do something like that, you know, I'm a guy just on a couch, but great hustle here. And wow, to beat Letang, and Letang was at the end of his shift, man.
Yeah, he was. He was gassed. I love Wes McCauley going right to the line, though. That's perfect.
Wes McCauley literally took 2 steps away and just goes,
yeah,
penalty shot.
Well, for sure. It's Wes. He's the best in the game. Shout out Wes McCauley, man. Not just like referee, like he's one of my favorite characters just in the game. Like he makes hockey fun. They need more people like that. Yeah. Now, not every referee can be Wes McCauley, but just like even guys or, whoever it is, media personalities. Wes McCauley is just a character of the game. You love that. You love to see Wes like that. Shout out Wes, man.
All right, and we're at a 4-2 game here with 14 seconds remaining on the power play for Pittsburgh. What a disaster on the power play.
Yep, this was Pittsburgh. A full-on plan B / abortion. Just not great. Rusty, shoot it, fella.
Penguins 0 for 3 on the power play, man. That's brutal, especially on the road. You're going to want to get just at least one power play.
At least goal. Something to get a little momentum going, right? Like that doesn't – you give up a breakaway and then they have a penalty shot. Like talk about killing all your momentum, or not that you even really had anything, but you just scored the last goal.
Yeah.
And Jari had to make a nice save to Brinkat.
Oh,
that's a nice pass, man.
Oh,
that's a penalty, no?
Did he get him on the hands? I think he just missed it.
This is a sick line. I really like the cat. Something with the Brinkat and Larkin. I don't know if they like skated in summers previously, because like
I think so.
He had to have, right? Because I think they're both Michigan guys, so yes, they did for sure. But that just doesn't make sense why he just signed there. He had to know something that everyone else didn't know, and it's clearly paying off. Like their chemistry coming over the blue line is really good. You know, it's kind of like fucking Kucherov, like a little bit right now, early in the season.
Yeah, definitely. Lars Eller on the point here for some reason.
I feel like I haven't seen Lars Eller out there the whole game. Then I just seen his tongues.
You see his big cranium bucket. The guy's got a motorcycle helmet on.
And he's got like one of those big hats on.
Let's get Malkin going. He's been quiet for the last couple of minutes. Oh
man,
put that behind the D and let Malkin chase it. No,
yeah, but it's been like that all night. Great pass by Malkin. Fuck, take that to the far post.
Take it to the backhand, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Take it to the far post. Again, a couple guys sitting on the couch, but I think Dick Raquel, I mean, he's a 30-goal guy. He got to know that Pusso's coming out. You beat him to the far post there. Folks, commercial break. I believe. What do we got left here, Rob? Is it inside 10 minutes?
No, I think we're just over 10 minutes. But chat, talk to us. It's a commercial break here. Tell us something. Tell us anything. This is why you're here. And shout out to the chat for keeping it entertaining. We love reading the comments. I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, sitting here talking for 3 hours, sometimes we need the chat to spice it up. And
spicy tuna. Yeah, let us know what we're doing. Are we doing anything tonight, chat? How are we living? What's going on? We got about 10 minutes left in this game. Pittsburgh trailing Detroit 4-2. What are we doing after this? Are we doing anything on a Wednesday? Is it a night in? For us, it's a night in, but hey, we got a work week coming up. We got a 3-3, only legal in the American Hockey League. So resting up tonight, get the Normatex on, maybe hit the cold plunge, hug your girlfriend, maybe your side piece, whatever you got, and then we're wheels up, heading to Grand Forks. So folks, what are we doing?
How was the atmosphere playing in the Swiss League? I was at a ZSC game last year, and it was an electric factory. Fans there love getting after it.
100%. I think the Swiss League has the best fans probably in all of Europe, just in terms of what they do. I mean, they got like flares lit on fire. They got people playing, drums, instruments, a lot of crazy fans, similar to what you'd find in a European soccer facility. I just think, Bern, the team there, which is about an hour outside, maybe 40 minutes. It's the capital of Switzerland. It's 40 minutes from Zurich, which is the biggest city. 17,000 fans. Roman Yossi is a part owner of that team. That's where he grew up playing as a child and even into the pro ranks. I think he played there when he was 16. He was at 6. So That rink outside the NHL is the biggest rink in the world, 17,000. They pack it. So that alone just kind of tells you everything you need to know about how passionate the fans are in Switzerland. And, Zurich, they have a new arena there now. It's about 15,000. So, yeah, great fans. The whole league is nasty. I would say probably the best league outside of the NHL, unless you're looking to go get your feet wet in Russia, which some guys are willing to do that. Some don't want to dance behind enemy lines. Me, I don't know if I could risk that.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up and be the next Brittany Griner.
Right. Rob, have you been to Room 40 in Scottsdale? I don't know if this is some sort of joke, but people have asked me this before, and I don't know what Room 40 is. I have no idea. I've never been there. I don't know if it's a real thing. I don't even know if you're kidding with me or what it is. So if you elaborate on that, I can answer. What's the plan for next Tuesday? Every NHL team throwing down would make a killer stream. Yeah, that's crazy. I think that's the 24th when the NHL is doing that.
Red zone or whatever.
Red zone type.
That makes sense because they all play at 4:00 Eastern. But yeah, well, we should definitely do that game or the red zone or whatever and watch all the games.
Yeah, and shout out to Circle Worth who said room for these nuts in your mouth. I figured I couldn't remember. I mean, people have said that to me before on Wet Jeans, but yeah. Congrats on getting me with that. We have 10 minutes remaining here. Final 10 miles in the third period.
Tannenbaum want to know, do you think there's any chance the Pens would move Malkin if they're out of a playoff race? I would say tough to move Malkin, one, because of his age, two, because of his AAV. Now he's making $6.1 million for, I believe, the next 4 years. So a team willing to take on him in a hard cap and Gary's hard cap, like we always talk about, would be tough. I think Pittsburgh would probably have to eat a little bit of that dough on the back half. So I don't see Malkin going anywhere. I think him, Sid, and Letang, the plan all along was no matter how good or bad they are, they're going to retire as Penguins and all together, which I think is pretty cool because three horsemen, man, that's unbelievable. They are now the longest tenured teammates in any sport. I think this is year 19, maybe.
Holy shit!
Pretty crazy to think about. These guys have been going at it for that long together. I mean, you have a roommate for 2 years, you get sick of the guy, right? You didn't imagine having 19 years on the same team, which is pretty cool. Those are elite humans. So shout out to those guys.
What was Gensel thinking there? He thought he was going to dump it.
Yeah, he thought he was going to dump it in and go find it. Chen 774. How'd y'all meet? It wasn't Hinge. It wasn't Facebook. I don't know, Rob. I think just always over the years, we, even when I was playing or whatever, we just kind of throw like random drunk tweets at each other or DMs. I was actually going to be one of the first guys featured on Wet Jeans back in the day. I don't know why I didn't end up going on. It was stupid. I think it was just kind of whatever it kind of fell out of place. And then I think just me being down here, you being down here, being at Boondocks around, whatever. I think it was just, a couple of Jaeger bomb shots, a couple, snapping it around, like-minded guys. Just that's how it kind of went.
Yeah, it happens a lot in Scottsdale, really, with a lot of hockey guys too. It's kind of a lot of guys like it down here. They come golf down here, so you kind of just run into guys, mutual friends. That's pretty much how it started. I've met so many fucking guys in the league just based off like somebody I know on Twitter throwing tweets back and forth, and then like they bring the boys and you meet people, and yep, that's how you make friends here, folks, on the How to Make Friends podcast. Red Wings hot start, beating some solid teams, playoff team. We talked about it a bit earlier. Jay Switch says no, not yet. I believe that's what you said. Right?
Yeah, I think so. I think
they're in.
No, I don't think so. I think a team like Ottawa would edge them out, in terms of a race for like a final wild card spot or maybe that, third to fifth spot.
Okay.
But we'll see. I think I don't know. It's tough to say. I think they have a good team. I just look at a team like Ottawa, and I think they're kind of neck and neck with a bubble team. Hey, maybe they both make it. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. So
I think the goal for Stevie Y is like this, like right now, this year. So I feel like you can't count them out. How about UNH beating BU? I did not see that, but that's pretty crazy. I mean, UNH's program used to be like unbelievable, and I guess it went down the shitter somewhere along the lines. And I don't know. I mean, Hockey East as a whole, I feel like, is not amazing right now. I don't know. I could be wrong. Jay Swish rocking the Sasky Rough Rider jersey. Just absolute nails. Yeah, it's a big hit right now. Shout out to Poirier98 in the chat, our correspondent from Newfoundland, I believe, if I remember correctly, who knows every prospect in the league.
Dude, shout out the Riders, man. What a nail gun. Oh my God, he took a clapper that is so cocky.
from 5 feet
That is
away.
so sick. Eric Carlson trying to tickle the ceiling and just blow one by Billy Huso. He says, I don't like you. I respect your moves. That thing was right in the breadbasket. But how funny is that? He just took a clapper from inside the hash. Oh, my God. That is great.
How did the goal even hang on to that?
I think he shot it right in his mitt.
Look at his glove, just flat. Look at the blowback on it.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
God damn, right in the breadbasket. Yeah, dude. Nova Scotia, he says.
Nova Scotia, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Sasky Rough Riders, man. Shout out to CFL, dude. Like I said, the only 3-down league, hardest trophy in sports to win, as far as I'm concerned. Oldest trophy in sports. 3 downs, bigger ball. You can fucking kick the ball any way you want it. Just, I don't know. It's a hilarious league. What is there, 8 teams in it? It's unbelievable. So shout out to the CFL, man. Like those are my boys. Those guys grind. All right. We said if they get one before the 8-minute marker, they have a chance. I honestly think 5, like something inside that 4 or 5 range. They got a chance.
You can't count out Pittsburgh, especially if they pull the goalie and they have all that star power on the ice.
He just looks like he's kind of just like, it looks like a growing thing to me with Carlson, man.
Something's not right.
It really does. It looks like those growings are just they're not loose enough yet, right? Maybe you have to go get an Asian massage on the road here in Detroit. Get tugged off, full body release, as I call it. We'll see.
Shout out to Asian massages.
Yeah, seriously.
We're not talking to Deshaun Watson. Don't get it confused.
No, not all heroes wear capes either. Like it's shout out to those people, man.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them just carry around a warm towel.
Right. Talking about snapping one back. It's like a good face-off, snapping one back. Gravy, up and in, fella. Who's Massa? I was going to say that's Sprong for sure. He's got the fucking...
Sprong daddy.
Like he's at Turcotte stick handling school there. Stationary and just getting the mitts going. Buns glazing too. What are you laughing at, fella?
Oh my God,
Jeffy Carter. Oh, that was
you think he should have slid that over?
Yeah, but I think Jeff Carter, that's what he's thinking. He's like, everyone thinks I'm going to pass this. I'm going to go beat him short side glove.
I'm going top nipples for the...
I'm going chicken wing special here.
Oh, if he just... Yeah, I mean, he would have had to have patience. He would have had to put air under it, too, to get it over. And at the end of the day, it's Jeff Carter, he's a veteran of the game. He knows what he's doing.
The rub and tug call. Yeah, I mean, you got to appreciate a good tug, right? Like I said, snapping them back. Anyways, 7:51 to go in the final frame as Billy Huso smothers that puck into the breadbasket again. Shots, well, Pittsburgh's putting up a little bit of a fight here. They've had 18 shots to boot so far in the third period. Jansen Harkins getting stiff-armed by Oli Mata. Man, you got to dish that, though. No, come on.
He just waited, though. But also that
Dion Waiters.
Yeah, that D-man made a good play with his stick to throw it back and block the passing lane, but he could have just put some sauce on it.
Yeah, put some sauce on that dish.
Full Papa John's.
Yeah, shoot that. Yeah, you never know. Just shoot it at someone in there.
Ooh.
Nothing like finishing your hit on top of the paint. Danger. I was lucky. P.O. Joseph. I wonder if that guy will ever become a player. All right, here we go. Gino Malkin skating through the middle of the ice.
Oh.
Man, I just think like a team like Pittsburgh, like by like game 50, they're going to be so worn out because you got your older guys playing so many minutes, still trying to just, be the head of the snake. I think it's just so hard when you don't have any younger guys really pushing your team. And they don't have really any prospects. Like they got a lot of guys that are just kind of been there, done that. It's tough.
Yeah.
You need those younger guys, those guys that are like excited to go into a Tuesday game. I'm not saying that Sid or Gino aren't, but like that. Oh my God. Let's go. What do we say by the 7 or 8 minute marker? Here we go.
Yeah, holy shit.
Fucking A. We got fucking 4-3 hockey in Detroit. Folks.
Right upstairs where Grandpa hides the nudie mags. Brian Rust comes through. I think that hit a bunch of things.
Yeah. That
like
was,
full Ray Rice.
Yeah, that was hit every tree. Oh my God, that was a sick tip.
How about Carlson?
That was nasty. How did Russ tip that? Was that a forehand tip? Oh, no, backhand. That was nasty.
Oh, my God.
Rusty fella. The pride of South Bend, Indiana.
Is he from there?
No, Michigan. But
holy shit. Oh, yeah, you said that. All right, we have a game. This is what Gary Bettman called into the doctor. Gary Bettman called this exact prescription into Walgreens. We want a tight game on TNT. And Pittsburgh still looks good. Shot from the point. Blocked in front by Mo Sider. And a veteran dunk behind the net.
Alrighty, folks, we have a ball game here as Erik Karlsson massages the rock. He is 1-1, casual 1-1 in the third period here. Wonder how many points he'll put up this year in Pittsburgh. What do you think? 70 if he stays healthy? 80?
Karlsson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably has 70, just power play alone.
Yeah, I mean
70 or 80 point guy.
Exactly. Power play is going to be huge.
6 minutes and counting left in the third as Shane Gossespear gathers himself behind his own cage, skates up, middle of the sheet, looking for an outlet pass, and he goes little flipperoo, dipperoo into the corner. Good deposit. Man, everyone's loving the Sasky Rough Riders jersey. Like, I might have to get another one. Like, these, like, especially with the name bar Pilsner. I actually might have to wear this to the green out. That'd be hilarious. I don't have any suit jerseys. I don't know.
I was gonna buy like a suit hoodie or something to that, or it doesn't matter if I do the green out or not.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
And I don't know if
it is.
I don't know if I'm gonna be a part of the green. I might go all black. You know.
Yeah.
Just business suits.
I think all black's the only shit I have. Men in black.
Yeah, men in black. How funny it'd be if we went full suit to the game.
That would be fucking nails.
That would be nails. Why are you guys in suits? It's a work trip. You're not getting paid to do this. I know. Thanks.
All right. Pittsburgh's going to have to kind of.
Folks, what do we think? Do we chat? Talk to us. Do we think Pittsburgh can tie this thing up? I think we do. I think this has got bonus hockey written all over it. I think Gino Malkin has a goal in him. Another one that is. And he's got 2 tonight. Wow, good stick there by Davy Perron. Come, move your feet. Move your feet, fella.
Malkin going to work. Will, thank you, but I'm gonna be in a hoodie and a jacket, but I appreciate the hell out of that. Tricky Rick Carlson's gonna tie it up.
Slicky Rick.
Save the suits for a Saturday sweep. That'd be so funny, bringing a suit on a Legion Air.
I don't think that's ever been done on a Legion Air.
No.
Like the only thing brought on a Legion Air is like, again, like a fold-up lawn chair, 6-pack of Busch Light, and maybe some eye black because you never know.
Yeah.
And a lot of camo attire.
All right, 4 minutes on the dot left in the game. We have a 4-3 game here in Detroit. I'm going to check the score of the Senators game.
Let's get an update up there.
We have a 6-1 final. Senators defeating the Capitals at home. What a performance by the Senators.
Folks, 4 minutes on the screws left in this game. Live from Motor City. Erik Karlsson with a hot stick. He's going to shoot everyone. Nice move, fella. I'd rather have Karlsson shoot that than I like the play, though. Little drop pass back to Rusty. F3 high. Karlsson looks, surveys. Oh, gets it blocked. Nice little slip. Pettersson. Rusty, good cutback. Someone get open.
Oh.
Low to high, up to Karlsson as he kind of walks his way.
Karlsson's so sick.
He's so sick. He doesn't even have to move either. Like, he's just nasty.
How are you that good?
He's just always over the pill, like just so composed.
Goalie's not pulled either. Like, look at this pressure. At this point, just take him out.
Yeah, I would. Man, Detroit is just hanging on for dear life. Good middle slip there. That was a great play. Sider, Jesus. Shot out of a cannon. Gonna try to forecheck Karlsson.
Karlsson just doing a flyby.
Yeah, he doesn't. He wanted nothing to do with that hit.
No.
He's like, this guy. This is a big boy. There's no chance I'm getting hit by Mo Sider right now. Jaden, wearing the Sasky Rough Riders jersey. Someone in the chat got talking about the Riders. I said I actually have one in my closet. One thing led to another. I put it on, and it's been a hit, man. I might have to start wearing this thing every week. Number 24, name bar on the back, Pilsner. Everyone in Sasky always appreciates a warm Pilsner or cold, just any way you can with a Pilsner. So shout out to the Riders, man. CFL, like I said, hardest trophy in sports to win. The only 8-team league where it's It's a battle year in and year out.
Got to get the goalie pulled here, like right now. Like get possession of the puck. 2 men on the puck all times. Let's go.
What was it like playing with Danny Christos? Danny Cristo, yeah, he was a riot, man. I actually played with him my freshman year. He was a senior, and then my first year pro in Chicago, I roomed with him. It was pretty funny. Quite the character. He's still snapping it overseas. So yeah, great college player, pretty good American League player. Never really got a chance, but yeah, still plays over in the Robbie's, like I call it, the fish and chips league over in Europe. It's the British league. So he's playing over in Great Britain. I think it's probably his 11th or 12th year pro. So yeah, good player for sure.
That's a game.
Andrew, bad cop, good.
Wow.
Cop.
Was that posted in?
Yeah, puck's on net. Copper fella.
Copper Blues. Shout out to Copper Blues in Phoenix. You're home for live music, food, and
shout out to
stand-up
Copper
comedy.
Fit.
Yeah.
Brett Favre.
Shout out to Brett Favre scamming.
I mean, you can throw that Copper Fit on anything. You know, you got a bum hip, you got a bum knee, you got a bum elbow. So throw it on your shoulder.
I know
throw
a
it
guy
on your chin.
I know a guy that went to high school, Brett Favre. He said he was dumb as a rock, and he would always be slugging back drinks and fighting people at the bars.
That's Brett.
Yep.
That's Brett. Brett Dick Pick Favre. Remember back in the day when he was on the Jets at the time, and he was trying to wheel a cheerleader. He was sending unsolicited wrench picks to the one of the gals. So,
right off the flip phone.
Right off the LG flip phone 2004. How you doing, Brett?
What are they announcing?
Might be offside. Stand
Holy
by
shit.
Mike
Hold on a
Sullivan
minute.
with a tie that looks like he was going to a prom in 2007. Nice and checkered on the fella. Folks, taking it to Toronto, getting another look. Offsides. Any league. For sure.
Oh, I think that's off, but I don't know if it's going to be conclusive. Oh, it's going to be close. That's so funny to challenge an empty net goal.
Hilarious. Why would you? I mean, we're viewing this from fucking Grand Rapids right now. Like the game's in Detroit. How are you supposed to know 100 feet across the ice? Like, look, what is this camera? Where's the puck?
Also, the linesman is right there. Like, why didn't he make that call?
Where is the puck? Why can't we get it zoomed in over the? Okay, here we go. I was gonna say there's got to be a camera closer to Tim Hortons. This is still a shitty. I mean, can you tell? It's not conclusive. That's off.
It's definitely off, but it's like,
how can you call it?
Is it conclusive?
Right. Like the camera situation is not great there. I mean, I think it's offside, but you can't really tell. Yeah. Chat, what do we think? It's such an LG rumor dick pic kind of night. Yeah, wrench. So good.
Yeah, I mean, even if the fisheye was on the boards, though, I don't know if you can. It have to be pointed down.
I know. Like it would have to be like be able to scan the play like an iRobot or something.
It's so funny how long this is taking with a minute left for an empty netter.
This is not
if
even.
They just zoom out.
This is not a good angle either. Okay, you can't tell in either frame where the puck exactly is. Yes, Enzo, correct.
He's definitely off.
I mean, how can they zoom out on this right frame over here and see where Rasmussen really is? Yes, I can see it on the other one, but I can't see where the puck is.
It's actually legitimately too close to call. Like this is gonna stay. There's no way they call
it's offside, but I don't think they have the camera work to do it. Gary's league.
I'm gonna say that this goal stands.
I'm gonna say they want to call it offsides, but they don't know if they can.
I think Gary's phoning in right now to call it off so they could potentially get an OT on TNT.
I mean, like, let's just make a decision here. Like, it's game 3 or 4. Like, let's come up with something.
Flip a coin.
I mean, I'm gonna say they're gonna call no offsides, but it is. It is offsides. Yeah, I just don't think they could tell. It is offsides, but I at that angle, how do you know? Sully, yeah, you're right, Sully. I mean, it is off, but you can't tell with that camera work.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, folks, we have 92 odd seconds left in this game. Unless Pittsburgh gets one in the next, I would say, minute, this is about a write-off. So, again, next weekend while we're here, this weekend, sorry, we're harping on it. We keep talking about it, but we're so fired up. Grand Forks, Joe Black's live show. We're talking missionary. We're talking me on top of her on top of you type shit. It's going to get weird. It's going to be great. Fan interaction, getting the people going, chug offs, maybe a flip cup game, chopping it up with the fellas, sign a pair of tits, whatever it is. We'll be there. We'll be square, baby.
Yep. Oh, they got to go 5-on-5 because they got someone in the box, and there's going to be another empty net goal here, I believe. Yep, if he can get it on target.
Oh man, that is so. How nice is that for a guy that scores 40 a year? Just get a late cookie like that. Oh my God, you got to be feeling so good because when you go back in the year and it's game 60, you don't remember that you got 30 on the year. You don't remember that game.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday in Detroit, where I needed that 6th goal and we were up 5-3, and it's an empty netter. Perfect. Why wouldn't Mike? I don't know. To each their own, I guess. You're trying to win a game, but
yeah, maybe we just work on the situational.
Yeah, just like I know you need a goal, and I guess you need the extra attacker. But shout out to Detroit's new goal song too. Without me, Eminem, so nails.
That is sick.
That's so sick. I hope it stands forever because that's a great tune. Oh, this is just a shift you just absolutely hate as a player, like especially if you're a lower lineup guy. The old graveyard shift, right? It's 6-3. Everyone's packed it up. The star players, they got their fight straps off. The skates are untied a little bit, and then you got to go up for the graveyard and probably stay out there for about a minute because no one else wants to go out there, especially if you're the team down. Like Jesus, now you're giving me one.
How about DeBrincat a 6 already?
Yeah, he's shoe in 30 a year, and he's a 40 guy, on a good team. Yeah, this is the old graveyard. You're good to see Lars Evler just getting his TOI up. That's time on ice. 43 seconds and counting. Back at post-game intermission with Liam Never Hung McHugh, Colby Armstrong, Paul Bissonnette, and Anson Ace Carter. Folks, this has been Hockey Night in the Desert.
And a nice little dump down to the guy cosign to put a bow on this one, folks.
Put a bow on it. Put your chin on it.
Chat, it's been a great night. Thank you, everyone that's joined. I want to say this is the most active I've ever seen the chat, I believe, Swish.
Chat's great. It's getting better every time, I think. We'll have to check on total viewership. But, again, one time a week at least. We want to do 2 for you guys just because we're going out of town. And we need to get reps for ourselves. So, that was Hockey Night from Scottsdale, brought to you by the Heat Daddy and Butter Golf. Great time. We're heading to Grand Forks tomorrow, right on the tarmac, so that'll be interesting. Got Gage Osmus, our boy, picking us up. So, folks, thank you again for tuning in. Yeah, Butter Golf does ship to Canada, brother. I shipped some stuff out today. Shout out to Brock Besser, a couple other guys. I'm dishing out some products. So, yeah, we go to Canada all the time, throwing both ways, as I would say.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Shout out Buns Glazing. Thank you, George, Biff, D-Mux, LBQ. Everyone have a great night. See you next